Hey,
Hey.
Hello.
it's been a while.
Hello.
About a month to be
Oh!
exact.
As per usual.
Ghosts, we are so fucking back. We are ready to enter the final chapter. But first,
Of course.
for good luck. You understand, right? Alright. But yeah, there's not really much to faff about with. Let's just go. And I mentioned, I said this off stream just a moment ago, but, this is gonna be a lot of me. I did this to myself. I was aware of what I was getting into.
You made the bed, now you gotta lie in it.
Oh, don't worry, I will. 10 years ago, a man named Sissel took a little girl named Lynn hostage, and then was killed by a meteorite fragment. Tonight, a man named Sissel met a detective named Lynn at a junkyard on the edge of town, and then was killed by a bullet. But the scene I find waiting for me on the other end of the phone line feels like the final nail in the coffin of my lost memory.
Oh.
Well, this is unfortunate.
Huh.
I see myself. There you are, Commander Sith. Finally.
Thistle, where have you been, my good man? I've been looking everywhere for you.
Had a little unfortunate, unfinished business to take care of. Didn't think it would take this long. What about your people? They sure went out of their way to mess me up.
I say, I believe we fulfilled every one of your conditions in our little deal. What right do you have to complain about anything outside our bargain?
We can talk about that when we get together.
This will be our last communication by telephone. We'll arrive in 1 hour. I look forward to seeing you, Sissel.
Dawn is approaching. The darkness surrounding my own mystery is deep, but I know it's always darkest before the dawn. Why are we here? We should be focusing on the other scene first. That scene is way more... Ah!
Yeah, and that's why we gotta drag out the suspense a little.
Also, hi Doc, how's it going? Holy fuck, this
Doc.
plot. I said this at the end of last stream, that I went and looked at the VOD a little bit to refresh my memory, but the plot has thickened to the point of concrete being dropped on a random part-goer's head. Things are getting real right now. Let me know how volume levels are. I thought it was a little too low, so I turned it up just a little bit a moment ago, but if it's too loud, say the word.
Yee.
Like a concrete park mascot.
Concrete. They call it concrete because of the
yeah.
conch that it makes on their head when they hit you. Anyway.
God damn it.
Yes. We're nearing the final stages of our little deal.
Yes, sir.
And
All preparations are complete, sir. And we just had a report, sir. Lights have been spotted, sir.
have they now? By all means, let me have a look.
Slap.
I love how it's just it's required that he leans on the table.
Yes, we're very close.
We will now disconnect from the communication cable and have no service until we arrive, sir.
Very well.
Slap.
Oh, fruits!
My grapes!
Transition is much less jarring in the HD version.
Oh my god, there's so much detail in this fucking cross section here. It's so. Oh my god. I still remember in the CATV stream when they're doing that behind Wander's house, the train was passing by, and they're like, as the submarine was pulling off, it was just like, and yep, that's the sound that submarines make. It's
Submarine sounds.
so fucking funny. Anyway, now time for this. Oh, nice try, Inspector Cabanella, but you could never stop me. See ya, sucker. Trick time. Fuck!
Well,
So, that submarine guy and his people have a deal going with me, do they? If that's
you know
the
what a
case,
submarine is?
they probably aren't the ones who killed me, right? Anyway, there's definitely something behind the inspector's death. I think I'd better talk to him. What an interesting
Nah,
situation.
let's go downstairs first.
What an interesting situation we found ourselves in.
Hey, look, it's Phoenix Wright's hat.
These photos look pretty old. Pictures of little fragments of rock. That old pigeon guy has some pretty strange taste in wall decor. I have no idea what this instrument is for. As a matter of fact, this whole desk is filled with things I've never seen. I know I've lost my memory, but still. That old pigeon man seems like a pretty strange guy. The top of this bookshelf is lined with books. This one on top is balanced so precariously it's a wonder it doesn't fall off. How did the old pigeon guy even reach up here? I wonder if he makes his pigeon fetch it for him.
He
Very-
totally does.
Very cute.
Absolutely does.
Ooh, yeah. Go downstairs as well.
Yes, downstairs.
Yeah.
Ka-chunk, ka-chunk.
It won't move. Seems to be stuck on something. Just like how my mind is stuck on thinking about the inspector's death. Kind of hard to forget with him sitting right there. I can't.
Don't remind me. I'll get to it. When I get to it.
Hey, do you think you could wake up for me? Oh boy. Still unconscious, eh? I guess he hasn't been dead for very long then. I'll just go ahead and go back to 4 minutes before his death. I'm a little nervous about what I might see there, though. But if that's where I'm gonna find my answers, I can't run away from it. It's rewind time. Once the criminal gets the punishment he deserves, the hostage will go free. Carry out the execution immediately and wait for our call. That's a good boy. Gee, a hostage sure is a handy thing. Gives me complete control over the top police inspector in the country. What's the matter? All those broken bones smart a bit? What's it like to feel pain? Does it make you feel alive? Why are you doing this? Now, is that any kind of question for a top inspector to ask? Isn't it obvious? Revenge, of course. Revenge on all the people who stole my life away 10 years ago. Don't be ridiculous. It was a meteorite that stole your life. Or have you forgotten that?
Ah! Wrong! I was murdered by all of you!
Detective Jowd, who chased me down and forced me into a corner, even though I was innocent. Lynn, that girl who was right there where I was running. Lynn? She was just an innocent little girl, playing in the park. If that brat hadn't been there, I never would have thought of taking a hostage. That's the most self-centered garbage I've ever heard.
And finally you, Inspector Cabanella.
Me?
If you hadn't done what you did, I never would have pointed a gun at that kid. You were so proud of your spotless record. My case was the one blot on it, wasn't it? Only 2 people know the real truth. Me and Detective Jowd. I bet tonight's execution will be quite a relief to you, won't it? One of the people who knew about the stain on your record will disappear for good. That's why you didn't help him escape from prison. That's the kind of guy you are.
I got nothing to say to you. You never listen anyway.
Ugh.
Ugh.
Shoot.
Ye gods.
Now then, Inspector. Time to make a big red stain on your spotless white coat.
That's a good line.
This was another condition of my deal. To wipe out everybody who knew about Demsick.
Revenge? That's what I'm up to? None of this makes any sense. Hey, man. Mind telling me what's going on? Inspector Cabanella. He's awake. My head is spinning, baby. Am I to understand that Cabanella character who just got shot is me? That's right. And you're supposed to be the scoundrel there who just shot me?
I guess so.
But you couldn't be, could you? Huh? After all, excuse me. God, this is weird. This is definitely,
Good luck.
yeah. After all, the guy in the red suit just walked out the door, right? So, who are you? I guess I just have to face it. I'm not that Sissel guy. I'm somebody who's searching for himself. That's why I'm here to save you. At the very least, you have information about that guy in red. Information I need. So you came on a rescue mission now, did you? Nothing like the sound of that, baby. Because there's a very important life here somewhere. A life valuable to this nation. Okay, so do your thing, baby. Not a single question about how we travel back in time. I guess he's just kind of intuitive.
He just rolls with it.
It's fine. Guys, it's trick time. Holy fuck.
What you gotta do?
You a manipulator too? I have ghost tricks, powers the dead, yeah, but I can't control living creatures. Anywho, I think you'd better be very careful. That guy in red is a manipulator. Naturally, he knows about powers like yours. If he realizes you're here, things might get a little sticky. You're right. I'd better be careful. That's a good boy. Gee, a hostage sure is a handy thing. Gives me complete control over the top police inspector in the country. Oh, I don't want it. That's the wrong button. You can tell it's been a while, because I didn't... Look at him. There's that something emanating from his body. Is it really the sign of having special powers of the dead? Time is passing. I don't want to do all the dialogue because I know what they're going to say, but at the same time I kind of have to see. I guess this counts as dialogue we've seen before. I gotta check something real quick. Fast forward unread text off. Okay, yeah, so that is considered unread, so it would let me fast forward it then. Alright, so I know that we need to make our way to the basement, but there's something very cool that happens if we don't do that right away.
That was a real
Oh.
shocker, baby. Didn't you feel that? He grilled his own fist to crispy perfection. It's just not natural, is it? It's kind of hard to move around here. He has the same kind of powers you do, after all. If you do anything too obvious, he'll notice you. Under these circumstances, I don't know if there's a way to save you. Ouch! Don't admit that right in front of me, baby. But yeah, if we do make ourselves known...
Go blue now.
What's going on? I've never seen the ghost world like this. So you're here, are you? He sensed my presence. I noticed you. You think you can stop me, do you? I don't know why you're wearing my face, but you might as well give up now. I control everything. Damn it! Everything, including the life of this police inspector in white. Wait, don't shoot!
God, that's so cool.
This other me knows the powers of the dead
This is
well.
a cool scene.
Who wouldn't notice what you just did? You were practically shouting, "Look at me, baby!" It looks like it might be hard to save you under these circumstances. I guess I can't use my powers right in front of him like that. Guess I better rewind the clock again and see if I can pick up any other clues. Whew, that is such a cool fucking scene. All right, let's just hang out in the kettle. Oh God, that's like voice acting that scene and also just watching that unfold genuinely gave me chills. Like my heart is racing a little bit. That's so fucking cool. This is the shit. This is the shit. This is the shit right here. Look at this place. Maybe we can find a character that isn't voiced by me. What in the world happened here? Think I'm starting to remember. Something bad happened here.
You don't say.
I'm just imagining that fucking, or like Cabanella's like pained expression on whatever the little dragon's name from My Little Pony is, but with the "something bad happened here" screen cap. I'm just imagining that. It's just unreasonably funny to me right now. And now, there's another death lying hidden here. What? Another death? Didn't I tell you from the start? Didn't I say there was a very important life, valuable to the nation here? I thought you were talking about you. I'm just a crazy character in a white coat, baby. Hey, come to think of it, where's that old pigeon guy? Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no.
No, not
Oh
rewind.
no.
Bird up. Donk. Very pathetically donks. Oh no. This is some kind of device. Very astute observation. Sorry, my memory isn't working. Yeah, mine isn't working too well right now either. I do remember seeing somebody use this equipment though. My single biggest, like, vice as a voice actor is trying to read very fast. Especially when it is in character to do it. Like, Cabanella, I imagine, speaks very fast. Like, he kind of rushes through his sentences and then goes, maybe I shouldn't be lollygagging like this. Hey, I'm gonna die all over again, man! Like that. Like, where he speeds through the sentence and then he's got the, man!
down to like slow, like rein it back in. I don't know. Like there's a cadence to his character, and it just happens to be very fast, and I can't read and speak quickly at the same time. I can read quick and I can speak quick. Can't do both at the same time. But
How odd.
what can I do when he's right there watching? Well, nothing's going to get solved by just standing around. When in doubt, just keep moving. That's my secret. Yes, I noticed you just keep moving quite a bit. I'll just try going everywhere I can and look for a path. Speaking of
I do the
paths...
same thing. I
Open.
stumble over so many words trying to talk fast.
Excuse me. Are you awake?
No. I never sleep during the work hours.
Professor, do you recognize me?
There's only one crazy character in a white coat that I know of.
He hasn't lost his memory. You must be, you must be Dr. Doofenshmirtz. No, I was stalling while I adjusted volume levels. Hang on.
I'm not the type who likes losing things. But never mind that. Cabanilla, this is quite a surprising guest you've brought with you.
Excuse me?
Yes.
Mush?
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Mike die.
Oh.
Mike die?
You have to go back 4 minutes before the microphone's deaf.
All right, here we go. Dragoni, you're taking over for Pigeon Man for a moment. Oh, wait. Oh, there you go.
Oh.
Okay. Hopefully that doesn't happen again.
Well, your gain's super fucked again. So
Maybe.
maybe my offer to get you a different microphone better happen sooner rather than later.
I'm reconsidering your offering.
But yeah, you're definitely gonna want to turn that down. Because I have you at like standard volume now, and it's very fucked.
What?
There, oh, maybe better now?
Literally nothing changed.
Okay, well, I mean, the mic died a little bit. Alright,
Yeah,
it
but
seems...
all the settings are still the same as they were before.
Alright, it seems good now. I guess
Nah.
it just needed a minute. I don't know. Anyway,
Pretending like it didn't just blow up the place.
are you talking about me? Oh, this is a different guy, and I'm his guest, actually. Said he came to rescue us. Unlike you, my sharp friend. God. Again, first line reads never really turn out great, but that's the beauty of line dubbing. Unlike you, my sharp friend. He still hasn't gotten his memory back. Also, virtue of live dubbing means that you mispronounce it as line dubbing. Anyway, I haven't done this for a little bit.
Line Wing.
Pitiful. Absolutely pitiful,
That hurts.
Clueless.
Oh, ow, my bones. Water. Oh, fuck, actually.
Oh no.
Trying again.
Don't choke and die.
Better. Anyway, now we'll be going back to 4 minutes before your death. In order to change your fate, that is. But aren't we already in the past, man? But we can go back even further. I've done it before. I still don't see a path to saving Inspector Cabanella. But if we go back further, maybe I'll find a lead. I mean, we don't have very many other options. We could just swing the lamp around and get Cabanella shot again and again, but I don't think he'd like that very much.
We could do it at least 2 more times.
Don't push your luck. How many times do I have to tell you, Professor? This place is dangerous.
Don't be daft. I can't leave now. Besides, just don't trigger the gun and you'll be fine. He's completely dead. But just as I thought, I'm getting a reading. This is the source of his is the source of his powers. If I remove it,
See, now I've got everyone self-conscious about reading their lines. He's not
no,
dead.
my reactive just stopped reacting for a second. I thought my mic died again.
Oh, fuck.
No.
He's not dead. He's just not there.
The true form of the manipulator isn't something you can detect. It's a spirit.
Ridiculous.
So you figured it all out, huh? You're a clever man, Inspector Cavanella. So it's really true. You're... I wasted a lot of time tonight because of you, Inspector.
Wow.
But it's all just like you said. I died 10 years ago. This body is just a vessel, a shell. I control everything. This shell, people, just like I controlled them Justice Minister and Lynn. Stay back! So it's true. You were manipulating my baby that time? You made her shoot your shell. But why? Why would you do a thing like that? To create conclusive evidence, you know, on that security tape. Now she's a murderer too. She'll suffer just like Jout did. Now then, Professor. I'm afraid it's time for you to die. I don't have any grudge against you. I'm even grateful to you.
Oh yeah? Why don't you let me live then?
I'll be leaving this country forever tonight. But before I do, I need to erase all evidence that these powers of mine exist. Along with the contraption in this room.
Oh.
Goodbye, Professor. This time, the thing will work the way it was meant to. It'll all be over. Cupid won't turn this time. He'll shoot his little arrow this way.
When did that get there?
Professor, look out!
You
Dynamite, eh? What the devil did he put that there?
He planned it all out tonight. Having my baby shoot him. Having his corpse disappear. His corpse disappeared? That medical examiner, remember him? He was a complete and utter imposter.
Uh-oh.
He said he was going to take the corpse back to the lab, but he'd already made a deal with the manipulator to meet him and give him the body back. But I wasn't going to let that happen, baby.
You saw through their plan, eh?
I mean, it's pretty clear he was fucking blue. I don't remember hiring any blue coroners last night. I noticed right away the medical examiner didn't know the first thing about examining a body. Meaning that him using a fucking stethoscope on a corpse was not just a weird animation thing where someone doesn't know how doctors work. It was actually intentional. I knew he was a fake, so I tracked him down and bought him off. Bought him off? I had him smuggle the corpse to this room. I thought we could find the source of his powers. Of course, never in my wildest dreams did I think his abilities were powers of the dead.
Anyway, there isn't much time. He's leaving the country before dawn.
And I'm gonna follow him, of course, after I save you two. But something's been nagging at the back of my mind. I remember what Ray said to me tonight. He said that spirits cease to exist when the day breaks. But if that's true, how could a spirit from 10 years ago still be here? No time for thinking now, baby. Action is the name of the game. Work your magic and take us back even further into the past. Kamino is a very lyrical way of speaking. Trick time. This place is dangerous. Alright, man. Jump in there and stop that explosion, would you? Easy enough for you to say.
Foolish of you to say, too. If you stop the explosion, he'll just do me in some other way.
Fair enough. Then jump in there and take care of that man in red, would you? I repeat, easy enough for you to say.
And most likely impossible to boot. That huge explosion didn't even make him bat an eye.
Well, what do you propose then, Professor? Pray tell.
Your best bet is to save me during the explosion without him noticing.
Easy enough for you to say. Sheesh, what's with all these people? Anywho, jump in there and do something. Well,
You're
difficult
the
to
ghost
do.
here. You got this.
Difficult to do much jumping when I don't have a fucking limbs. Ugh. Anyway, what in the world is this thing?
This device has that meteorite data entered into it. If it detects Temsic radiation, it responds.
Got that, kid? Isn't it a lovely thing? I guess sometimes it's important not to think about things too much.
What a sorry pair.
I'm dead. I'm not doing so hot.
Fool! What do you think you're doing?
I just thought I'd try it out.
If you do, you're gonna set the contraption in motion.
Oh, yeah.
I just thought. He just thought he'd blow me up is what he thought.
Oops, that was my bad. But there aren't a whole lot of things I can use my tricks on in this room. It's no use, I can't open it. Could the fact that the professor is standing on it have anything to do with it?
I may look small, but I'm pretty heavy set.
I'm also holding this fuck-off big radiation machine and also a pigeon. Sounds so proud of that fact, too. This door, such a pity. Too bad it doesn't open downward. Sometimes life can be so hard, wouldn't you agree, Professor?
Yeah, that's why we're both dead.
A door that opens downward, eh? Huh.
The doors open inward. They only open one way.
Check out these rats.
Rats.
Pink red.
Is there... Can I go anywhere? I can't. I can't reach anything from here, so I guess I just gotta wait a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
God, that's so unnerving. Like, after being used to see, like, everyone's had some very eccentric animations this entire time. But the only time you've ever seen your, like, Sissel move is in the security camera footage when he gets shot and when the body gets knocked over. You have not seen him, like, properly moving and being alive. And seeing him do this is just so fucking unnerving after, like, 15 hours worth of game. Not nearly that long, actually. How much time do I have in this game? About 10 hours, okay. So, roughly equivalent to the amount of time that has passed in universe, I guess. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Time is passing. Yep. Now then, Professor. Uh-oh.
Wow.
I'll be leaving this country forever tonight, but before I do, I need to erase all evidence that these powers of mine exist. Along with the contraption in this room. As you perhaps have already noticed, time is running out, baby. Yeah, no perhaps about it, I know, but, you know, there aren't a whole lot of things I can use my ghost tricks on in here.
Looks like it's all over.
Unless I find another path. I'm sort of at a deadlock here.
This'll
Hey, I know that voice.
help me.
Where are you?
Find me. Before I'm carried away.
What's with your frail sounding call for help? He's here somewhere.
Friend of yours?
Yup, the little guy that looks a little fragile, but he has strength that surprises you.
Well, he's asking you to find him.
And before he's carried away, no less. But I'm almost out of time. Should I look for him? Obviously! We've got to!
Gotta pan the camera. Leaf.
Leaf?
Sizzle! Here I am.
Yeah! Missile!
The boy.
Oh, hey, it's...
Missile!
I had to drink some water. What are you doing there?
Do you really have to ask? Seriously, are you really going there?
No, that's okay. Never mind. Anyway, I need your powers. Will you help me out?
Of course. Here, let me come join you.
Whoosh. Puppy.
Okay, here I am, Sizzle.
Now maybe things will flow in a new direction.
Even though the flow of the sewer is a little bit stinky.
I'm a smelly boy.
Yeah,
Fuck!
you're a dog, you would know.
Okay, let's stop that explosion.
No, we can't do that.
Okay, let's take care of that man in red then.
No, we can't do that either.
We can't do this, we can't do that. What can we do?
We let the explosion happen. Then we rescue the old pigeon guy without the man in red noticing. And your powers are the key to all of it, Missile.
Oh, I don't know about that, but I'll do my best.
We're talking about a matter of seconds. We can't miss our chance. Missile! Missile mode! Go! Those squeaky guys are making a fuss about something.
Sizzle. My animal instincts are starting to surface.
If you mean you want to chase them, I think you have to be alive to do that. There must be some kind of rat feast in that trash can.
Those things usually make a bigger commotion than that.
A bigger commotion, eh? Well, let's hope that I can make a No, that's not the ghost button! Ghost!
He bumps the rat up just to stay on top of the stairs.
Rat. Now that's what I'd call some proper commotion.
You're making that trash can dance.
Truth be told, I feel a bit like dancing now myself.
It's getting harder and harder to hold my wild instincts back.
What a dangerous bunch. Trick time. Oh,
Bonk.
ghost.
Oh, there he goes.
Oh, trash can. Swap. No. Wait. Oh. Yep. No. Yup. No.
Yo.
Yup. Yup. No.
Got a
Wait.
talk option.
Oh, you're in the way.
No. Yup.
Oh.
Yup. Yup. Bingo.
Sure.
Look out.
What?
Rats. We are the
Kablooey!
rats, celebrating yet another terrorism attack. Ooh. Sorry, little pigeon.
That's a pose.
Just sticking his legs out.
As for you, Inspector, I have a little job for you. I can't move. I think I have 4 or 5 broken bones. I don't mind. It won't prevent me from manipulating you. It might make it hurt a little bit when I move you, though. Quite a bit, actually. Damn you.
That's gotta hurt.
Yeah.
Like that though, broken bones.
Yeah.
I'm good. Can't believe it. You lot actually pulled it off.
Sorry, Inspector Cabanella. I couldn't do anything to help you. There I am, a poor broken heap of arms and legs. But no matter. I enjoyed the show. The magic disappearing act, that is. Nothing like it, baby.
Yeah, except... unlike a normal magic trick, I'm the one that managed to vanish without a trace here.
Updated the phone book. Fate averted.
What's the matter? You look like you'd rather be dead. Not that you aren't.
I was just remembering the fact that right about now, the real me is giving the poor justice minister a real fright. Oh, that phone call? Yeah, he was pretty upset.
Excuse me, mister.
Hmm?
You really shouldn't be mean like that.
And what's this lively little creature? Oh, this little doggy is the warrior who keeps Camilla safe. Or he would be if he was actually still full of life. Camilla. Gods in heaven, what a terrible thing. That poor little girl taken hostage.
It's a cruel twist of fate indeed.
Wait just a minute. Miss Camilla is a hostage?
Yes. We're sorry, little warrior.
Miss Camilla? A hostage? What's a hostage?
Anyway, Inspector Cabanella, it's time to save your life now. But you couldn't get very far when you tried before, am I right?
But this time it's different, right, Sissel?
That's right. With us working together, it's a whole different situation. We'll save the Inspector and Wyatt, and then we'll go rescue Camilla, okay?
Okay, let's hurry up and get through this.
Gee, kids, you're making me feel like an afterthought.
I love the fucking hostage joke. It's so silly. But
So
everything I could say about it would just be regurgitating stuff from the CATV playthrough. So I can't. But it's so fucking good. Just
Incredible
He really
bit.
gave that joke a life of its
it
own,
was
didn't he?
it was such an incredible bit. Jay perfectly understood Jay. Jay perfectly understood Jay. I meant to say Jay perfectly understood
don't think-
missile.
Are you wrong?
I don't think anyone can understand Jay, let alone Jay.
Yeah, alright, let's get started. Inspector Cabanella is upstairs. So our first step is to get up there.
Sissel, I'll go up first and wait for you.
Scouting team.
We.
Jesus, it's fucking fast. Fast as fuck, boy.
Okay, lovey-dove, we need your help. Carry this measuring device upstairs. There's Mr. Ghost in it, so don't drop it.
That's actually really clever because they basically force you to have Sissel in the measuring device when the scene ends because you're not because of the
You
distance.
don't know where else you can go.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
Also, how fucked is it that Lovey-Dove, the pigeon, has a name, but there are several other important characters to this story that are never given names?
Such as
Like
for
the guy who
instance,
said
the
he said
Pigeon
something.
Man.
Yeah.
You've got grit, little pigeon. I better get up there before the little pigeon's strength gives out. Missile's waiting for me. I better hurry.
Or the Justice Minister?
Yeah, or the Justice Minister, another person whose life we saved.
There you are, Sissel.
Sorry for the wait, Missile.
4 minutes from now, the inspector will be killed by a gun. You just jump in there and stop him from firing, would
gun?
you? There you go again with that stuff.
You're clearly not as important as
Besides, don't make
Lovey-Dove.
any sense. If you stop him from firing, he'll just kill you some other way.
Wait a minute, that sounds familiar.
Yup, same situation as mine. Your best bet this time around is to allow him to shoot and then save Cavanella without him noticing.
Whew, it's even worse than last time. Anywho, jump in there and do something.
Okay, I'm ready to jump in, Sissel. Don't forget, whenever you want to use my powers, just tap ZR.
Okay, I promise I won't get your controls mixed up again. Anyway, let's save. Completely unrelated. Let's return to the title, really. We just need a Cavanella-shaped object. Look, do you see how much this fucker moves? I don't think we can find anything that would be shaped like him at any given moment. Anyway, I wanted
Convince him to like curl up into a real tight ball.
Yeah, I needed to check something. Okay, I need to do this one on my own time. I need to do this one on my own time. Avert fate without any deaths after the final fate change. Okay, that is not what I thought it would be. So we're going to...
If I recall correctly, that's the one that Ark did on his first try without even trying. And it made me so mad.
I think they did it on purpose, actually. Oh, wait, hang on.
I mean, it's kind of hard to not do it on purpose. It's your goal. You just didn't lose.
Manual save. That's right. All right. What? Okay, never mind. I guess they are functionally the same then. So they don't load the exact point in the puzzle. Oh well. Thank you, fast forward on red text.
Irritating, but I guess it works as soft lock prevention?
Yep. I mean, soft lock prevention is also difficult in this particular game because of the ever-present rewind time again button.
Yeah.
So, like, if there wasn't a soft lock prevention button, the poor saps that went to the left at the beginning of the park puzzle would just be fucking
stuck. You talk to me again?
Oh, you come to talk to me again? God, that gag is so good. Like, I love when the game is aware of how silly it is and how difficult it is for some of their puzzles. Okay, let's take a look around.
I know this achievement, but not fucking up. But
obviously, we're going to fuck up. Are you kidding me? I will be going back and getting the achievements, even if it's on stream once we finish, because based on the pacing of this chapter, I don't think we're going to be able to get to the end tonight. But then the next stream will be shorter than average, so I kind of want to make I have something special I want to do with the rest of the stream. Ghost Trick arrangement during the quick save show, yes. This would probably be one of them, or maybe Missile's theme, or hell, even like Ray's theme or Cabanella's theme or Joud's theme. There are so many very jazzy themes from Ghost Trick that would specifically fit quick save very, very well. Everyone check out quick save on YouTube. Duck is a part of it.
You got it.
They just did a thing at VGMCon where it was a summer themed, and so there was a shot. I forget how. I think Bear, the alto sax player, was standing in an inflatable kiddie pool, if I recall correctly, and they had a bunch of like summer decorations. It was very good. Just look it up. I don't know if VGMCon has it archived someplace, but I imagine they do someplace. But it was very good. It's a very good show. But I think I mentioned Ghost Trick because they did a Court Begins from Phoenix Wright, and that got my mind on it. Speaking of getting my mind on Ghost Trick, bit of a difficult situation we're in right now. God, that synth line. That was a normal size pool. Bear is just that big. Also accurate. If you look at that video, and if you guys haven't met Bear before, which would be most of you, if you look at Bear, then yeah, that is just about the best excuse to call someone a bear that I've ever heard. My man's is huge. Swivel.
Okay, but would he be considered a bear?
Probably.
Oh, did you see that? That bad Sissel turned around.
You have to call him that. But yeah, maybe this is our chance to try some ghost tricks. This is the only time he takes his eyes off of me, too.
You have something to do it now.
Time to take the first steps towards saving the inspector. All right, I've now got a path. Okay, great. Now what?
Now we swing the lamp.
Again?
Won't help us in any way, but fuck it, why not?
Wrong button. Okay, oof. Book attack. I could shake the book loose and hit him in the head with it. Alright. Missile hang out over here. Sissel. Oh, no. No, he just turned around. It's too late. I have to rock the helmet down. Fuck.
Rock the
Yeah,
hell.
we can
Womp womp.
get the fuck up ending anyway.
Okay. Fine. Alright. That's the kind of guy you are. Oh, wait, hang on. You know what? Now might also be a good time to do that. Wait, no. If it rocks down in front of him, then... Oh, we're fucked. We're super fucked right now.
Yikes. I'm a little scared right now. Why didn't he die?
Because he's already dead. He died 10 years ago. I knew full well he wouldn't die if I shot him. Why did you go to the trouble of shooting him at all?
Time's almost up. It's enough chit-chat.
But now the situation has changed slightly. These last split seconds are our chance.
A chance to do what?
Now then, Inspector. Time to make a big red stain on your spotless white coat.
No.
Missile?
Missile. Missile.
Oh no.
This was another condition of my deal. To wipe out everybody who knew about Timson.
He's gonna shoot! It's too late!
Again? I'm gonna get shot again? No, wait. Our chance is coming up.
The last split second, right? Leave it to me.
Fetch, boy!
This doggy has an incredible sense of timing.
Would you look at that? The bullet's hanging in midair between the gun and the inspector's forehead.
Now's our chance. I'm hearing the bullet right now. Let's swap this little thing with something else.
What?
It's our only hope. There's gotta be something here with the same shape and direction as the bullet.
So
This is the only problem with the
this
HD
is,
version.
this is the only time that this is a problem, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Hurry now. Swap that hanging bullet with something else.
There's gotta be something with the same shape.
No.
Yeah,
This.
It doesn't have the lower screen
No,
to give
stop.
you the
Stop
shape of what you're
overshooting.
looking at.
And you can't see
Missile.
the shape past the core.
Yeah, this moving in from one core to the next is also a little bit finicky with Missile because of how great his range is, and the analog stick
yeah.
doesn't have quite the same degree of control as drawing a straight line. Anyway,
Wink.
Ouch.
That didn't go well.
We tried swapping what we could find, but we just made things worse. Not nice, kids. Not nice at all. You put a dent in my lovely mask. I guess we'd better look for something softer to swap with. Guess I better rewind the clock again and see if I can pick up any other clues.
Oh, I love that ending.
I love that that's an option.
it's so fucking silly. Oh, man. All right, good news is there wasn't a fate change, which means that we can still get the achievement for clearing it on... Oh, wait, hang on. That was new dialogue. Good luck, kids. So when we save this character in white, we should do it without stopping the guy from firing and without him noticing. In other words...
Once it's fired, the bullet will be the key to this whole thing.
Don't forget, whenever you want to use my powers, just tap ZR.
This is a kind of a weird time to mention it, but time loop games are very frustrating sometimes when it comes to the degree of control that you have, or the degree that characters understand that they're in a time loop. And I think that this game specifically does a very good job of using the fact that everyone can, loop back in time and is aware of that fact to their advantage to make it seem to just explain that. Also, he doesn't question that he shot a helmet out of a gun. Well, because we rewound time, and also,
Yeah.
if the helmet was moving at the speed of a bullet, it's still too fast to see.
I mean, the guy died anyway.
Yeah, and he still got knocked over. Like, even regardless, we still saw the end result of just him walking out. The evil Sissel doesn't really seem to care much. Shit. He was turned around earlier and I missed the
Yeah, you missed your
opportunity.
chance.
Yeah,
buddy.
too busy talking.
Look,
Gotta watch your tangents.
shut up. I haven't done this in a while. I like this game and I want to talk about how cool it is. Problem is I can't do that while I'm also playing the game. Oh, come on. Lovey Dove, get up there. Back at it again at the Krispy Kreme. Ghost tricks a sign off the wall. God, it really is refreshing to just be able to zip around his missile and just fucking go for it. If you guys... Alright, first, just to refresh my memory, who here owns a dog? I'm pretty sure it's just Dragoni, right?
My parents do, but I don't have one living with me now.
Yeah. But, like, you've had a dog, is the thing. And
I'm allergic.
yeah, and then Dubby, have you had a dog?
No, my brother-in-law has a dog. We visit occasionally.
Gotcha, okay.
Well, 2 dogs,
Yep.
actually.
Also, pretty much every single person I have ever known in real life in my entire life has owned either a cat or a dog.
But, needless to say, if I ever got a dog, I would absolutely make it a Pomeranian. Missel's just so good, guys. He's so good. He's such a good dog. I love dogs. Well, okay. I don't love dogs as much as I love cats because dogs are a little too excitable for me sometimes. But god damn it, sometimes you just want to have a thing that will love you unquestioningly. Cats will not make that concession. At least not all the time. Cats are actually very affectionate.
Some cats do.
Cats are also very affectionate, but they just display it in different ways. Like, the whole thing about how cats try to sit on your keyboard or whatever, part of that is...
Mimicry.
Yeah, it's mimicry. They're just trying to touch things that you touch. Like, there's a very cute video of a cat owner sitting in front of a glass window and just tapping at it and, like, pointing out there, and then the cat is looking out the window with them and, like, sniffs the spot where they were tapping. And so, like, if you mimic what your cat is doing, which is, like, watching a bird or whatever, and just being like, what are you looking at out there? They love that. It's so fucking cute. Love languages are a real thing. God. And my love language is talking about fucking video games. I was gonna say stupid video games, but this game is anything but stupid. This game
Rock the helmet.
kicks ass. Rock the... Oh, fuck!
Rock
That is
the
not
hell-
the button I wanted to press, but it's a good enough time to look at the phone book.
Yeah.
Man, I pursued thinking it was me who took Lynn hostage in the park 10 years ago and was hit by a meteorite and killed. The worst part about that is that I can't even blame myself for talking too much during that point, because time was stopped there. I unstopped time, and I wasn't talking anymore, and I still fucked it up.
You just stood there watching him turn face the other direction and didn't do anything.
Exactly. Alright, let's try this again. This is the problem with streaming this game with such big gaps between it. Not only because it gets my brain out of puzzle solving mode, but also because it means I have more stuff to talk about. Owie. But also, sitting here and waiting for things to happen is not good stream content. Alright, turn around. Now I move the helmet. Rock the helmet, baby. What the fuck was that? Yeah, that's what I just said there. What was that? You bitch. Okay, I can't reach this. I guess hang out over here for now, Missile.
Just go chill.
Also, other reason that Evil Sissel might not be that perceptive of things that are changing, he's fucking wearing sunglasses at night indoors.
Lights on.
Also, small detail, Sissel's body there falls onto the cart in a very unnatural way, and his body just stays in a way that wouldn't be comfortable for anyone who was alive to be in. And it's because he stopped controlling his body immediately and just went into the cart and just made it change direction before possessing. It's such a small detail, but God, it's fucking cool. Anyway, time to be sneaky, stealthy. That's not the swap button.
Wrong button.
Why are all of the buttons assigned to the triggers and bumpers? That is
You'll
not
get
what I
there
want.
Someday.
Swap. There we go. Okay.
You can swap while ghosted.
Yes. I should remember that. Fuck. Hang on.
You gotta put Sissel in the hat.
Yeah. So I can just jiggle. Jiggle. I said jiggle.
That's quite the jiggle you got there.
There we go. All right, Missile, hop on board. No. Oh, let's talk, actually.
So, Sissel, could you explain something to me?
As long as it's not what a hostage is, yeah.
Exactly how did the man in white die?
He got shot with the gun.
Gun, huh? I've always wondered about those things. How do people die when they hear that loud bang?
Huh? Oh.
A sonic weapon, actually.
What do they? I don't remember.
Ah, brother. Hope I never lose my memory. Mr. Whitecoat here died because he got shot with a bullet.
Bullet?
Little lump of metal. It proves fatal when it gets lodged in his head.
Aha, I get it. It's like a tiny little Mino, right?
Yeah, something like that, I guess. Different shape, though.
In that case, I have to be able to use my powers on it to save the man in white.
Good news, eh, Whitecoat?
Can't anybody here just call me Kevin now? Get in the knit hat, and now we swap, and we ghost, or I mean we trick, and then we swap,
Ghost,
and
you trick? You
we,
either ghost or you trick.
and now we do that, and now, yeah!
It's
Yay.
ghost or trick, dude. Oh, would you look at that? Right on the hook.
I love knit hats. So warm, and most of all, soft.
Hey, now that I'm looking at it, that hat is the same shape as the helmet you just knocked down.
Yeah, so to clarify what we were talking about a little bit earlier, in the original DS version, the bottom screen had all the action and dialogue, basically what we're looking at here. But the little message that shows what we can do on any given object in this, it would still show where you were positioned, but it would show the name and the motion that you would do when you use the trick function on the top screen. And next to that, or like on that same top screen, was an image of the object, which makes it very helpful when looking at objects that have the exact same shape for the purpose of swapping them, because they usually position those objects in the same way. So like the rugby ball or the football or whatever was in the same shape and position as Mino, so you can make that connection by looking at the top screen in addition to just looking at them. But for this instance, when they're possessing the bullet is uniquely hemispherical. Like it's in the exact same shape as the hard hat and the knit hat, rather than in what we see as the bullet. Because really, when a bullet is fired, the actual metal piece that is getting launched is pretty small. It is more shaped like the semicircle.
Yeah, the entire rest of the bullet is just what holds the powder.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the propellant.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
I got tripped up the first time I played it. I was trying to find something that was shaped more like the book or the helmet or the habit was squished.
Aha, I thought so. All right. Well, let's missile it up. Get into the hat.
He's gonna auto move to the bullet.
Yeah. But then I'll just move back to the hat. All right. No, wait, hang on. I missed those lines. Oh wait, no. I did get this one. We did it the first time. What? It's our only hope. There's got to be something here with the same shape and direction as the bullet. Huh?
Cha-cha.
Oof.
Just vibing down there.
I don't think he noticed. Looks like you pulled off another magic disappearing act.
And now I say again, I love knit hats. So warm, and most of all, soft.
Did I do all right?
You did a fine job, little one.
How does he not notice? He's kind of conceited and also preoccupied with reaching a timed deadline with the guys on the other end of the phone. Also, again, usually you expect someone to die when you shoot them.
All happens in a split second.
Yeah, it is from the view that we have as the player is not always 100% accurate to what the characters are seeing. In text of the universe, this is whatever. Anyway,
You saved another life.
also just fucking suspension of disbelief. Also, here I think it's more understandable, but sometimes there are moments where I'm just like, I'm going to intentionally overlook things. The sunglasses are
Keep
truly
doing it
covering up
too.
much more.
Over and over.
Fate averted.
What I saw in just these 4 minutes gave me all the answers I've been looking for.
All our research these past 10 years pales in comparison, right, Professor? So you two were working together? That's about the size of it, yeah? Who would believe a story about a manipulator? So we pursued it ourselves, just the two of us. Just the two of us. That's another joke
I'm
I
quite
stole
a
from
crazy
CATV.
character
Fuck.
myself,
God
after
damn.
all.
Okay, let's hurry back. Back to our time. We have to rescue Miss Camilla.
You're right, Missile. There's a certain guy I have to follow, too. So, you might also be wondering, there's 4 characters in this scene. Why would Clueless not give Inspector Cabanella to Dragoni? Well, Dragoni is Jowd, and that can't be the same, because that would be weird. After completing his revenge on Inspector Cabanella, the man in red left. And now a new story is about to unfold in a new present. He just walks up so casually.
How you feeling, you old crazy character?
Ooh. Hey there, Professor. We're both alive, I see. Yeah, nothing like it, baby.
I'm pretty sure he's just saying prof.
I don't care.
He
Whatever.
seems like that kind of guy.
He is. He is. And I don't know if I'm getting old or what. I've got a few aches and pains here and there. Used to be a little thing like an explosion wouldn't bother me.
Yeah, right. Like, I'm ever gonna believe that. So what? Guy in red's gone, huh?
And just in case, I posted special investigation units all around the building. Let's just pray the boys came through for us. Oh. Oh, damn it, you picked a bad time not to listen to me, body of mine.
Need a hand?
Broke all your bones, man.
Oh, my bones. Oof, ouch, my bones. Drink my bone hurting juice.
Need a hand there, buddy?
Well, it looks like both of their deaths were erased. Unfortunately, in the case of the Inspector in white, I can't call it a complete success, but in any case,
These two have the information I need to start tracking the manipulator. I'd better talk to them.
Oh, hey there. Oh, hang on. Missile!
And very important.
Alright, Sissel, it's time to go. Out into the big wide world to rescue Miss Camille.
Oh, hold on a minute, Missile. I have to talk to these two first.
Oh, okay, I understand. But just know one thing. I go where the wind takes me.
Is this little doggy trying to put pressure on me? I mean, he's not wrong. That did literally happen. Mr. Superintendent, do you mind if I talk to you for a minute? Also, reading Mr. Superintendent in the context of Ghost Trick just reminded me of one of my favorite fucking videos ever made, Steamed Hams, but it's a Ghost Trick chapter, where it's Homer trying to solve the mystery of how he died, presumably from like choking on a donut or something mundane like that, because that would just be the ultimate punchline to a Simpsons Ghost Trick game, which is a thing that would exist in this hypothetical reality I've summoned. But it's Homer going to Principal Skinner's house and stopping him from dying in a house fire, not by putting out the fire, but by using a fan to blow the smoke out of the kitchen in such a way that it doesn't suffocate him after the superintendent leaves the house. It's a very good video. There's only one actual step to the puzzle, but everything from the animations to the writing is spot on to both the way Ghost Trick presents its puzzles and the way that Steamed Hams is as a joke. Cause like a lot of the time people forget when they're thinking about Ghost Trick and Ace Attorney, there's a lot of just funny concepts that people like kind of overlook because it's like, oh, it's in a murder mystery, it's supposed to be serious. Have you looked at some of these fucking characters? Have you looked at Sausage Head? Have you looked at like some of the animations that like these characters do? These games know that they are a little bit silly. And by a little bit, I mean a lot. They just know when to dial it down to make it more serious. But in concept, they're very silly. And I really appreciate that. So, after a long tangent like that, this line is particularly ironic to read. Do you mind if I talk to you for a minute? Mush?
I've always been a junkyard superintendent, you know? I used to be part of the police.
The police, huh?
Not a detective, but as a medical examiner. I investigated victims' cause of death.
So I know it's also very obvious why the other coroner was fake, but it also adds a little credence to Cabanela knowing what an actual coroner would behave like and do.
Yeah. Also, like we said, you know, detective.
Exactly, yeah.
10 years ago, I was asked to autopsy a strange corpse. Hit by a meteorite fragment and died instantly. That's what the police report said. Jesus fuck, I thought. That's some kind of coincidence.
I mean, that did happen. There was a... Okay, no. The lady didn't die. There is one recorded incident that I know of where a woman was actually hit by a meteorite. It crashed through, like, the roof of her living room and while she was sitting on the couch or whatever. I forget exactly how she was injured, but she did... Like, she was actually hit, or at the very least, harmed in the debris of being that close to a meteorite hitting the ground, whereas, like... But, like, the odds of that are so fucking astronomical, because generally speaking, if you throw a rock at the Earth, it's gonna hit the ocean. The fact that it hit the land, and also someone's house, and also someone, is, like, 1,000,000 to none.
Yeah.
But she survived.
Yeah, that's good.
So, yeah, that would be something to file in the police report. That is fucking strange.
There were no signs of life. He was definitely dead. But I never filed an autopsy report.
Hey, Len, we're filing autopsies. I mean, not filing an autopsy.
We're updating them.
Fuck you, right? The autopsy report has been updated.
That's because the corpse suddenly vanished, leaving behind only one clue.
I can't believe I don't have just the fucking Mario 64 warping sound effect on my soundboard, like on as a button. I have it on the soundboard, but I don't feel like opening up. Whatever, you get it. An unusual.
Unusual corpse.
This is me. It's
Oh.
blue. It's me.
Yeah.
An unusual corpse. I bet that's what I've been chasing all night. Could you tell me more?
Yeah, sure.
That's the first time someone in this game hasn't been like, I'm sorry, I can't tell you that right now. It's confidential, or I don't know who you really are. This is the first time someone's just like, yeah, fuck it.
I'm even interested in you recovering your memory and finding your true identity too.
All right, tell me about this unusual corpse.
That's the only way I can describe it too. It was an unusual corpse. He was dead, all right. No question about that. But there wasn't a scratch on him.
Not a scratch, but I thought he was hit by a meteorite fragment.
I don't understand it any more than you do. I was completely bewildered. When I tried to autopsy him, I was even more puzzled. I couldn't perform the autopsy.
You couldn't? What do you mean?
Scalpel went in, but I couldn't cut. As soon as I tried to make an incision, it would heal up in the very next instant. And that's how it went. No scarring or blood, neither.
The worst time to gain a heal factor ability. When you die. Again, I've been quoting a lot of the CATV streams in this particular episode, but like that fucking line from Wander was so good because God. Oh man, we'll talk a little bit more about the mysterious corpse later, but still.
And I never had the chance to solve the mystery.
That's because the corpse up and vanished on us.
The morgue is well guarded. Nobody could have stolen that body. But there is one way the corpse could have disappeared.
What's that?
I love the way they animate this guy.
Got up, opened the door, walked out on its own.
What?
He was dead, but he wasn't dead.
We saw it with our own eyes tonight. Not even that explosion could kill him. He didn't even feel it when he slammed his fist on that stove.
The corpse left behind some data from some testing I did. I got some readings for some kind of radiation coming off that body.
Radiation?
I used all kinds of instruments, but I couldn't determine exactly what kind of radiation it was. Some undiscovered type from a world unknown.
Wait a minute. Could it be?
That's right. It was coming from that meteorite fragment.
Which implies that when we enter the ghost world and we can see those waves, this is a unique kind of radiation that is like literally interacts with souls, like people's souls, which, given that we know that the meteorite fragment was in this mysterious guy's body, radiation isn't something that like is good for you. So who's to say that being near this radioactive object, not traditionally radioactive, but this radioactive object that can literally interact with the souls of creatures, who's to say that that radiation doesn't do something to that soul and make them
That's
lose
right, soul
themselves?
cancer.
Makes them lose themselves a little bit, makes them angry at, I don't know, like, we'll talk more about it, but this is such a fucking interesting fucking idea. Just the idea of scientifically interacting with spirits and actually explaining the science behind it, I find that absolutely fucking fascinating. Phantom power? I like that. Ghost radiation, phantom power. Imagine having a fucking job title as ghost radiologist. Or spiritual radiologist. What the fuck kind of world would that be? That kicks ass.
I went to that park and tested the spot where the meteorite fell. And just as I expected, I detected radiation coming from that crater. It was the exact same pattern of radiation as that of the corpse.
Also, this guy went from coroner to, again, radiologist. Like what? It's still a little strange that he would think to bring
He's a
radiation
fictional
detecting
scientist.
equipment.
He knows science.
I mean, yeah. You know what? Actually, it's honestly just the idea of someone having multiple scientific fields of study is not out of the question. You can do whatever the fuck you want. This guy's old, so like, he could have gone to college as many times as he needed to understand all this shit. Also, who's to say that he didn't spend 10 years learning about radiology specifically because of this weirdo thing?
At the time, I thought he was some kind of immortal being. He would die, only to come back to life. I wanted to research it all in depth, so I quit my job as a police medical examiner. Several years later, I came to learn the connection between my research and the manipulator case. Thanks to the arrival of this crazy character here.
Oh, stop now, Professor. Do you want to see me blush? This guy in the FNAF floor? I don't know if we... fuck, you know what? Now that I say it, the whole scientific justification for ghosts thing... God damn it! God damn it! Now I know one of the reasons that I like the fucking bonkers FNAF lore so much. I hate it here. Can I go home? I want to go home. Anyway.
No, you are trapped here now with the rest of us. I haven't cared about a single FNAF thing in years.
Good. You're better off for it.
Except for videos dissecting what went wrong with the fucking... What's that thing called again?
Security breach.
One security breach, that's it.
I love taking the universe of 1 through 7, which 7 being custom night. I love taking that and just analyzing it as a story and ignoring all the bonkers shit that happens afterward. And then analyzing security breach as a separate thing and just ignoring everything else because I can't be bothered. But just the ideas that they posit in those core 7, again, I don't know, but this is not the time for it. We've got a lot of dialogue to get through tonight.
As if we haven't been going on 7,000 tangents per second anyway.
It was about a year ago, I'd say.
Me when I talk about when I started long ass videos that take 4 people to to stream.
This man in white came dancing into my research lab here.
In the junkyard,
And I
where
mean
all
it
good
literally.
research labs are. Oh! I heard there was an oddball here who's researching Tensic. Is that you, baby? Also, love how this place was just as shitty as 10 years ago as it was now.
Well, this was only 1 year ago.
Oh, 1 year ago. Never mind.
Who the hell are you to be calling someone an oddball?
VR was really the beginning of the end. FNAF VR, I mean. No, you had it right the first time. I was investigating the manipulator case then, and then I heard there was a man who'd quit the police force to study the meteorite. When I heard that, it was like a meteorite had struck me on the head. Oh, I know that we know all these guys, but seeing all of them in the room together is just so delightful. At the time, we were just starting to get leads on this manipulator. We didn't know who he was yet, but we knew he was communicating with a certain foreign country. In one of those communications, we heard the manipulator say this.
The source of my power is not of this world. And that's when I put 2 and 2 together, baby. The manipulator case and Temsic were somehow connected. It's Deoxys.
Which also explain how 5 years ago he used his powers to manipulate a birthday surprise a little girl made for her mother.
He added that gun to the contraption, most likely by controlling Camilla. Well, dang. If I knew things were gonna end up like this, I would have tried to die in that explosion, baby. That way I could have been dancing after Big Red by now. I might be able to erase deaths, but it's true I can't do much about injuries. But really, you shouldn't talk that way. Yeah, sorry. I suppose you're right. I just hate feeling so helpless. He was right there within my grasp. All our plans were resting on tonight, and then this had to happen. I guess he's thinking about his spotless record. It's not too late, Inspector. We still have a chance. Maybe I can catch him. Say, you're right. That's not a bad idea. I'll cooperate with you fully. Go ahead and fire away with any questions you like, Mr. Ghost.
Well, let's start with revenge. What did he mean by that?
That guy mentioned revenge. Revenge against the people who stole his life away 10 years ago.
He's a fool. He's the one who made the decision to take that little girl hostage, and he wound up dead. He only has himself to blame.
But what about when he said this? I was murdered by all of you! Detective Jowd, who forced me into a corner. Lynn, the girl who was playing in the park. And finally you, Inspector Cabanella. If you hadn't done what you did, I never would have pointed a gun at that kid. Yes, 10 years ago, on that day, the Special Investigation Unit was working on a certain big case. We hauled in a young man, an important witness to our investigation. And then I did it. I made 2 very stupid mistakes. Detective, I'm telling you, I don't know anything about it! Fine. You're under no obligation to talk, of course. But if you don't, the Special Investigation Unit can make the rest of your life a living hell. But I'd just been assigned to the Special Investigation Unit, you see. They didn't share much info on big cases with a newbie like me yet, and I wanted to impress him. It was only supposed to be a simple matter of taking his statement, but I was too green. I pushed him too hard. I drove him into a corner and made him lose all hope. That was my first mistake. And then I made another mistake on top of that.
Now, Nella, got a minute? The chief of the sea about your report.
Got it. I'll be right there. You stay right here and be a good boy now. And that's when I did it. I left it behind in the interrogation room. My gun.
The single biggest mistake anyone in this entire game has made.
And
Extraordinarily careless.
And he knows exactly how big of a mistake it was, is the thing. Like, every time I hear people reacting to that as it's like a huge thing, it's like, how could you possibly, like, he has that, he knows. And that's what makes it such a good moment, and it does such a good job of explaining so much of why Cabanella does what he does.
I was wondering how he kept his job after that.
Again, we'll get to that.
How could you?
He used my gun to escape. What he said is true. If I hadn't made that mistake, he never would have had a gun to point at Lynn in the first place. But yeah, presumably the reason that he didn't lose his job is because there wasn't any footage of how he got the gun, and that's like there's enough leeway to give benefit of the doubt that he might have just
I think
yoinked it off
they
of a
just-
random officer.
I think they assume that he stole the gun off this person.
Yeah. And Cabanella, why would Cabanella admit that he had left it behind on accident?
Exactly.
Rather than playing along with the narrative that he was, that he had it stolen off of him. And again, he's green, so having something stolen off of this person by a criminal is something that could conceivably happen. It's not, I don't know. Alright, the manipulator. We first found out about the manipulator's existence during a certain overseas communication. Overseas communication? For national security purposes, this country keeps tabs on the communications networks. This particular communication was about making a deal with a certain foreign country, which we will not name. He said he wanted them to buy him and his powers.
I bet it's the Vatican.
That's how we first heard about him. Of course, we didn't know what he looked like at the time. And in order to prove these powers of his, he gave them 2 predictions. He foresaw 2 completely preposterous, impossible cases. The case of a man who would sing national secrets during a live rock concert broadcast. And the case of a man who would take the chief commissioner hostage in his own office. Those 2 inmates at the special prison, huh? We kept tabs on their communications and launched an investigation. And then, finally, we pinpointed where they were going to meet tonight and staked it out. That restaurant, the Chicken Kitchen. The manipulator plans on leaving this country tonight on a submarine that belongs to the other country in this deal. Submarine? But we haven't been able to find out where it's going to surface. It's terrifying to think of what would happen if his powers were to fall into their hands.
Right. Highly unlikely they use them for peaceful purposes.
Reminds me of that one bit where I think it was Enrico Fermi when he discovered what he thought was a new element, and then suddenly he realized it was splitting the atom. It was not making a new element, he was splitting the atom. And then suddenly, all research on it immediately quieted down, and he immediately realized, oh my god, they're making bombs. Which is fucking terrifying to be in that position as a scientist. Like, oh man, just fucking imagine discovering something huge and scientific, and someone uses it to make a fucking bomb that Duck is using to blow up the island with me on it! No! Lovey Dove, get down!
And now they have that little girl as a hostage. Camilla. We have to stop him before he leaves the country.
Alright, well, one last thing I gotta ask you about first. This spotless record of yours, is it really that important to you?
Of course, baby. In some ways, it's more important to me than my life.
Than your life, huh?
After all, it's because of my record that I'm able to get my hands on all intel as head of the Special Investigation Unit. And because of my position, I get to direct all aspects of the investigation into the manipulator case.
The manipulator case? That's why you cared about your record so much?
Of course. Why else, baby? I just never could believe it, man. Zhao? Shooting Alma? I didn't care that he confessed. There was definitely something more to the story. Some secret. I did everything I could to climb the ladder. Everything in my power. And then I finally found the answer. It took 5 long years, though. The manipulator. He's gonna prove that Jowd is innocent. What incredible determination. Cabanella's butted up. There's one thing I just don't understand. If you were so determined to help Detective Jowd, why didn't you help him escape from prison? That's an easy one, baby. Escaping from prison is a crime. Right. Duh. I wasn't about to help him commit a crime after spending 5 years trying to prove him innocent. And he himself asked to be executed, you know. As a man of the law, I had to make sure the execution was stopped legally. And that's why I brought him before the Justice Minister, too. I needed to buy as much time as I possibly could, baby. So that's it, huh? But there's one little unfortunate result of all this. Lynn completely misunderstood your intentions. Ha! What's a little misunderstanding? My baby will come around. Give it time. But there are more important things to do with our time tonight. Of course. Pottsylvania and Rocky and Bullwinkle. I think Gomez, the other day when we were streaming this, said that they were clearly from Virginia, which is particularly funny after the CA crew have reached that point in Hall of Justice. So that contraption in the basement here, you built that to try and help Detective Jowd?
That's right. Jowd and I worked together back when he was with the Force. No, when I was with the Force. I used the reports of his case to try and recreate the device. But there was just one part of it that I couldn't reproduce, no matter how hard I tried.
Camilla told Jowd it did something that it shouldn't have, made an impossible move.
I added that part to the device I recreated. I put in a part that would allow Cupid to rotate, otherwise the gun wouldn't fire.
What's a little misunderstanding between friends? She died like 8 times tonight. I don't... I think this is more than a little misunderstanding. Alright, you read this line already?
Yep.
Right. So that must mean somebody manipulated Camilla's contraption. As a result, we proved to ourselves that the manipulator actually existed. Oh, speaking of Lynn.
Inspector Cabanella!
Hey, baby. Sorry about that phone call. I must have sounded like a real villain. I hated to spoil your image of me. Of that cool cat inspector you always looked up to. Is that really the image she had of him?
Inspector Cabanella, I'm sorry. I just heard you were chasing after that man all this time to try and help Detective Jowd.
This manipulator is such a dangerous character. I was hoping you didn't have to be involved.
So that's why you had me arrested tonight, isn't it?
Like I always say, if somebody's in the way, throw him in the slammer. Yikes. Yeah, there's a moment back in 2020 when I was editing the Ghost Trick highlights. And keep in mind what happened in 2020 regarding police. That made me cut this scene from the highlight reel of CATV. Understandably so. That line is still, like, awful, but it's clearly being said with, like, some degree of, like, levity that I did not feel was appropriate in 2020. Anyway, hi Zakora, how's it going? Big yikes. Tonight, I really thought we finally had him. But my body gave out on me right at the critical moment. It's like a cruel joke.
But a joke is a joke. You might as well laugh.
Jowd! You scared the shit out of me.
The minister called off the execution order.
Yeah.
And while he was at it, he let Detective Jowd go free until tomorrow morning, too.
It's pretty extreme while he was at it.
Sorry it took so long to get here. You can leave the rest to me.
It's only been an hour and 45 minutes since Dragoni got a speaking line. That's fine. There you go again. You've always been like that. You make everybody else run around, and then you swoop in at the last second.
"5 years ago, you left this coat with me just before you turned yourself in. I promised to give it back to you one day."
A little. Yeah!
Yeah, baby.
Oh my god, the popped collar too. Oh, it's so good. And now you can't tell when his model obviously flips when he turns from left to right.
Doesn't look super great with that jumpsuit, though. It's
Yeah.
fine. He's working with what he's got.
I've been waiting so long, Detective Chow. Waiting for this day to come.
Thanks for not giving up on me, Lynn.
When you just look at his talk sprite, though, it's not the worst. When you realize that it's a jumpsuit and not just a striped shirt, it's a little weird.
Yeah.
But still.
Okay. I'm off then.
God, this theme is so good.
Mhm.
Chad's theme is so good. Good luck, my old friend. I'm just gonna lie here in pain a little longer. I'll catch up to
You do that. This present you gave me is just what I needed. Thank you.
I'm glad you like it. Oof. See you later, Space Cowboy.
Sissel, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
You and I have to go find that man. I need your help. Will you do this with me?
Sure, but how? We don't know where the submarine is, and the phone line doesn't work.
They use communication cables to make their calls. We'll get you hooked up somehow. You'll see. Could you wait here until we do, please?
Okay, fine. I'm counting on you.
This true self you're looking for. I bet you'll find it soon.
It is really.
All right.
It is really.
All right. I'm leaving,
Yeah.
Inspector Cavanella.
It is really strange how I started playing. I was getting deeper into Persona 4 around the same time that we started this search for the true self, and having memories be wrong about your true self. Bum, 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 bum. Anyway, evil Sis will be like,
I am the shadow, the true self.
and good Sis will be like, no.
It's almost dawn. I'm not who I thought
You're
I was.
not me.
I'm actually further from knowing who I am than ever. But now, I don't feel so alone. Each one of us, for his or her own reasons, is looking for the truth. God damn it, more Persona 4. Reach out for the truth of my life. Whatever, lyrics. Together, I think we can shed light on these mysteries and drive away the darkness. But it's almost dawn.
Can someone get this man an ambulance? Yeah, he's very much. I know that the knit hat is like soft, but I can't imagine that it would have. I feel like it would have
Having
like
a good time.
it would have at least broken his nose.
Enough force to slam him into the door.
Yeah, that's definitely enough to break his nose and probably also give him a concussion.
Or 2. Or 3.
Save. Yeah, I got 3 Reload recently because it was on sale. God damn it!
So close.
Lynn kept her promise about getting me hooked up. About 2 hours before dawn, the phone rang.
Oh, thank God they got him to a hospital.
Hello?
This is Jowd. Sissel, are you listening? We need your powers. No time to talk. We'll be waiting for you.
How rude.
That's a weird face.
Yeah, front-facing superintendent is a little cursed. If I recall correctly, they just automatically take me here. I don't think I have any last minute to go and look around.
Well, you better get going.
Better get going.
Oh, God. Oh, dear Lord.
How did they get
That
into an
is
already...
a mystery for the ages, Sakori, and I really want to know it.
Yeah, no, so they explain it a little bit here, but honestly, that's not the most important part of the story to me. But
It connects to like communication cables
Yeah.
on the seabed or something.
yeah.
This long night is drawing to an end.
Yeah, it looks like it. Thank you for all your help tonight.
I'm the one who should be thanking you.
At the other end of the phone line, I'm finally gonna find all my answers. I'd better go.
Yep.
Can't lollygag.
I think the last time you can actively search other phones is before you speak with the Justice Minister about the manipulator case.
A single telephone line connects me and the other Sissel. That single line spreads out like a spider's web to ensnare the fates of many people.
Yes, I agree.
And I just reached the center of the web.
Look at all them running around. Like it's like
Might be
watching
that
an it's like watching an ant
It might
farm.
be that these. Might be that the submarine surfaced for a moment and they
Yeah.
got on and then it went back down.
Welcome to the Yanoa. Detective Jowd.
My detective sense must have gotten rusty. I didn't even sense your presence here in the dark.
That's because I switched off the power to my mask off, Detective Jowd.
I'll use your phone. Hope you don't mind.
Slap.
Egad! Never thought you'd track us here. Especially seeing as you're a death row inmate.
And I'm equally surprised about your choice of transportation. The submarine, eh?
But how did you find us, my man? Not even the police knew the Uno was going to surface. Confound it!
We detectives have a little say. If there's something you want to know about a case, ask the criminals. The bullet the man in red was shot with had a radio transmitter in it.
I have a little something for you.
Cabanella has given me some pretty weird presents in the past, but they always prove useful. This one was a radio receiver, made to look like a pocket watch.
Ah, yes, Inspector Cabanella. I hear he's an excellent investigator.
By the way, where is that man in red? I know he's on this submarine somewhere.
Cecil, you mean?
Slap.
Oh, you!
You can relax. It's nothing but his shell.
His shadow, eh?
His spirit isn't here right now. Most likely, right about now, he's controlling your daughter.
Please, I beg you, let my daughter go. If you need a hostage, take me. Just please, let her go!
Bah! There's something our nation needs. Cecil has it. It's all we care about, my man. Nothing else matters.
Notably not his good man.
No, my man. However, it would appear Cecil has underestimated us. He's left behind his precious bargaining chip here.
Bargaining chip? Whoa!
Ugh.
Our nation has already researched it. This product that Cicero has to offer. The source of his powers.
Yeah, a man being struck by a meteorite and dying would probably make some news.
What? What in the world was that?
The Temsic fragment. It gives spirits special powers. And now our deal with Cicero is concluded, as far as we are concerned.
What are you talking about?
What a mistake to make, right at the most critical moment. Now then, Detective Jowd. Farewell.
Oh! What?
Okay.
What in the world? The whole room just vanished. Detective Jowd! Where did he go? What now? I think I heard an explosion somewhere. In any case, Lynn and the little lady should be here somewhere. I smell danger. I better find them. Fast!
So, Cabanella, this is something I haven't noticed before. I'll talk to you in a second. Something I haven't noticed before is Cabanella says they had, like, special investigation unit officers surrounding everywhere. So, what bothers me now is why aren't some of them also trying to raid the submarine? I guess, would it have been too conspicuous to have more than 2 people board a submarine?
We can't wait for reinforcements, there's no time!
That is also entirely logical, given the fact that his daughter was kidnapped. Like, that is an action movie hero thing to do, like, damned waiting for reinforcements, I've gotta go save my daughter! Like, that kind of thing. Also, yeah, the idea that they had to sneak on makes it seem fairly likely that they would, that would have been what they did. Also, you can see where the Temsic fragment went after it went into the floor. They pulled it along on this conveyor belt and used a sonic spring to launch it up to presumably someplace else. Oh, yep, there's the empty capsule. Yep, that's...
They Rube Goldberg did.
That... God damn it, these people are experts at this! Anyway, what are you doing here? So you're here, huh?
It's Missile.
Yes, I think even I remember who you are by now. What do you suppose that shock was a minute ago?
I have no idea, of course. I'm just a little shouted apartment dog.
But with my loss of memory, I can't say I'm much better.
Anyway.
Missile, yeah, yippee, yeah! Yes, good. The accurate reaction to seeing Missile.
The proper reaction to seeing this dog.
Let's hurry up and go save Miss Lynn and Miss Camilla.
Do you think that trusty nose of yours can sniff him out?
I'm sorry to say, I don't think it can.
Why even bother to ask? But you do have the power to swap objects, so let's go find that lady detective and the little lady together.
You got it.
Oh, hey, another telephone. The telephone's ringing.
Wow. It's Miss Camilla. I just know it. My trusty nose is practically screaming it at me.
I think you'd call that more of a hunch. Anyway, let's get to that phone before it stops ringing.
You bet.
All right. Trick time.
Now just stay right there.
All right. First things first, I'm a swap.
Yoink.
Boing.
Whoa.
Second things second,
That's
I'm
some
a ghost.
stretchy net.
Third things third, I'm a ghost. Second things second, I'm a this.
Oh, we're backing up.
Fifth things
Run
first,
back
I'm
a
a
step.
swap. Second things second, whatever the fuck. I think I just heard another little explosion in the distance. Got a bad feeling about this.
Cecil, look. That black hello. It came off the hook.
They never explicitly say anything about it, but I love that Missile doesn't know what a phone is. He just calls it a hello. It's so good.
Well, that is what everyone says when they pick it up.
Missile. Again, I really have to emphasize how fucking perfectly written Missile is as a dog specifically. It's so good. It's so good. I love him. Uh-oh, I better answer it fast.
The singular most dog-written dog I've ever seen in fiction.
Trigger. Whatever, let's take a look at the thing. Her name is Lynn. In order to rescue Camilla, she promised to get a phone line hooked up to the submarine for May. She and Detective Jowd are in pursuit of the man in red. Due to unfortunate accident. He knew the source of those powers was the meteorite fragment, so he stole it from the man in red's body and made his escape, abandoning the Yanoa to the sea. He appears to be the old man's servant. He operates the machines in the strange room expertly. He was with Detective Jowd when the strange room suddenly disappeared from the rest of the submarine. Apparently, she believes her mother's death was caused by the contraption she created. Kidnapped because she was mistaken for the Justice Minister's daughter, she's now somewhere on the submarine. He was blown away on the wind, but I met up with him again when he came floating along in the sewer. A month ago, he was physically manipulated into ordering the death row convict's execution. Not wanting this to get out, he's since been in constant anguish. He decided to halt the execution. Hell yeah. Inspector Cabanella saw through his plot and bribed him to bring the body to the junkyard's maintenance building department. He fired a bullet with a radio transmitter. Now, to protect the rock of the gods that performed this miracle, he lobbies to stop the park from being turned into a housing site. He built the basement contraption. He snuck onto the sub to rescue his daughter, but then disappeared before my eyes, along with the room he was in. The other me. The man I was pursuing, who I was convinced was me. His true identity is the Manipulator, the spirit of a man who was killed by a meteorite fragment 10 years ago. The other party in his deal betrayed him and stole the fragment that was inside his body. And all these locations. Alright, let's ghost about it. No.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
W?
Oh. Yeah?
Hello.
You cut out.
Oh.
You just said, oh.
Hello? Hello? Miss Camilla? Miss Camilla?
What is it, Missile?
Oh, Sissel, hurry, hurry.
Okay, I'm coming. Path is right there in front of me. I just have to use it. Alright, step aside, step aside. Ghost, come through. Ghost trying to trick.
That's Dubby.
Yep.
Oh. What's going on? Did...
Oh.
Oh, I didn't
Did you
read
say
the
the
line.
Yep.
No. Hello? Is anybody there?
It's her, the little lady. It's Sissel. Where are you?
Can somebody please answer?
I guess she can't hear my voice.
You too, huh? Oh, good. I thought she was ignoring me.
Oh, Missile.
No.
Somebody help me. Lynn is...
She said Lynn?
Miss Lynn!
We'd better hurry.
Let's go, Sissel.
Go there.
It's no use. Nobody's answering. Hmm. Miss Camilla! And... Miss Lynn! Oh, poor Miss Lynn.
Yeah, she can't seem to catch a break. Looks like another tragedy has happened. Sorry to keep you waiting, little lady.
Hey, I knew you'd come. Miss Camilla! Miss Camilla! And Missile too. I'm so glad to see you're alright. Well, I wouldn't say I'm alright exactly. Hey, wait a minute. Missile, your voice. I think I remember hearing it somewhere before. What? My voice?
That's right. Camilla has a core now, so that means she did hear Missel's voice before, when he saved her that time.
That was you, wasn't it, Missile? You're the one who saved me in the park tonight. Thank you. Miss Camilla. I'm so glad I was born, you little doggy.
Missel.
He's baby.
Hey, Missel. Could you stay here and watch over your mistress for a while?
Huh? But don't you need my powers?
I'll see what I can do on my own for a while. After all, you're the only one who can protect her.
Okay, I'll do it. Thank you, Missile.
Oh. Imagine being in Camilla's place right now, and you find out you're one of your closest companions and like all that dies, and you're left and you find their body and you're scared and you're calling for help, and the people that show up to answer your call, one of them is your dead dog. Just that knowledge of, like, yes, someone's here to comfort me, but they're also dead. That just... How old is Camilla? She's like, maybe 9?
I want to say 8 or 9? Somewhere thereabouts.
Mm-hmm.
God. Imagine being in that spot. It's fucking horrible. I wonder what happened this time. I better talk to the little lady a little more. And then, I better do something about the detective lady. Alright. Hey, Missile.
I'm sorry I can't help right now, Sizzle. I think I better stay with Miss Camilla.
Yeah, that's alright. I think so too. After all, you're the only one who can protect her.
Oh, thank you. Sizzle,
Yeah?
could you say that again? I really like the sound of that.
Yeah, maybe later. Oh boy. Love that. Love that. Missile loves validation, like me.
I think 9 might be a little on the younger side because she was old enough to set up that whole Rube Goldberg machine 5 years ago. She wouldn't do that when she was 4.
Okay, that's a
No.
good point.
But then, how old? Like, what is a good estimate when she would have done something like that?
Maybe 6 or 7.
Yeah. So
She's
then,
probably like 11 or 12 now.
Yeah, that seems reasonable.
yeah. Can I talk to you for a minute?
Yes, Sissy?
Could you tell me what happened to you? After you were so rudely shoved away in this box? What happened after I last saw you at your old house?
Oh, let's see. After that, I think I fell asleep. I woke up to the sound of an engine.
So she was already in the submarine by then, eh?
I thought to myself, I have to escape. And next thing I knew, I found myself in this big room. I was so tired I couldn't move. And then... I was so relieved. I don't remember what happened after that.
She must have passed out. Poor thing. You've been through so much. You were very brave.
I think Lynn's probably been through more than me.
You've both been brave. Can't do anything else. I can't even swap to Missile right now. He's staying. God. I know...
He was his
Busy being a
lady.
good boy.
I know that one of the easy jokes to make about this game is that Lynn dies a comical number of times, but there is still something very morbid about discovering the corpse of someone that you know, just in general.
Mhm.
Even if we can, like, speak directly to her spirit.
Yeah. The fact we can fix it makes it
And
a
also-
lot better.
Also, Camilla can't.
Yeah,
Hmm.
and for all she knew, we weren't coming.
Mush?
Oh, Sissel, you're here.
Lynn, what in the world happened here?
I don't know.
Huh?
I sort of just blacked out all of a sudden. Next thing I know, it was dead.
Yeah, I guess you wouldn't know in that case.
Where's Detective Jowd? Is he all right?
I don't know.
Huh?
The room he was in just disappeared all of a sudden.
Now it's making even less sense than before. After we left the super's office, we followed after the man in red. We tracked him with that radio transmitter Inspector Cabanella fired into him with a bullet. The man in red took a boat out to sea from a small harbor on the edge of town. Detective Ajowd and I managed to secretly stow away on his boat. And then, we sneaked onto the submarine with him when it surfaced. Before long, the submarine dove back down again. Detective Jowd and I decided to split up. He would take care of the telephone line, and I would look for Camilla. I found Camilla hiding here in the engine room. She'd escaped and run away here.
Wow, that's quite an adventure. What happened next?
I don't know.
Huh?
There was a flash of white all of a sudden. Next thing I know, I was dead.
Oh boy, it sounds like it'd be quicker to see for myself. All right.
Yeah, I'm pretty curious too.
Yeah.
Show me, show me.
South Genoa engine room.
Camilla, are you okay?
Oh.
Whoa!
Camilla?
Hello, Lynn. Or is it Detective now? Been 10 years since we last met.
Are you really the man from the park 10 years ago?
Well. See, there's no need to introduce myself.
Give Camilla back! She has nothing to do with any of this!
Afraid I can't do that. It's my last chance.
Phone's ringing.
It's not for me. Nobody ever calls the dead.
Except for mediums.
The fact that you're here means that my revenge plan has failed.
Revenge plan?
Didn't happen tonight, did it? His execution.
Well...
Knowing him, I half expected as much. So I was waiting here like this, waiting for him to show up. Wouldn't it be just what he wanted? Be executed by his own daughter?
Jesus. I heard about 10 years ago. I feel sorry about what happened to you. But revenge?
Nobody could possibly know what I've...
What in the world? An explosion?
Uh-oh. Got a bad feeling about this. Have I been had?
Look out!
God.
Revenge, huh? That's a feeling I just can't understand.
Of course not. You're not him.
She's right. I'm not him, am I?
He was going to shoot Detective Jowd. As Camilla, when he came to rescue her. It's just too horrible.
Anyway, let's bring you back to life again.
You didn't have to add the again part.
This game is a fucking masterclass of recontextualizing sprites to mean different things.
Mm-hmm.
Because Sissel's sprites serve so many different purposes, and every time you just get it, it's so fucking good.
So let's see. The cause of death this time.
Was that mysterious explosion?
You're pretty up for a dead woman.
You know how detectives love a good mystery? It's like a shot of vitamins. What do you mean for a dead woman?
Anyway, I guess we should look for a way to stop that explosion.
Alright, let's do this thing. Finding clues is like a dose of minerals to a detective.
I'm afraid with my memory loss, I have no idea what vitamins or minerals are. But either way, that's still a very weird way of putting it. Speaking of weird. Oh god, okay,
I can't go anywhere yet.
Oh boy. Missile's also not with us, so we've lost our means of moving super far. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I love the young sheriff just one-handing the Tommy gun while being this small child.
Yeah, it is. It's surprisingly intimidating with their sprite being the way that it is. It's no use, I can't get the line to work. It's funny. Thought I could use the phone in the past if somebody was calling.
What are you talking about? The receiver has to be off the hook first, silly.
Never occurred to me. 'Cause I don't really.
Well, don't look at me. I can't do it. I don't have any hands or feet right now.
Somebody please answer the phone.
If you want something done, you have to get it done yourself.
Oh boy. Emergency light doesn't really help much.
Here we.
All I can really do is.
Wait.
Oh, hey! That was easier than I
Hey,
thought.
look.
Huh. We somehow managed to knock down the receiver.
Somehow managed. Who's to say that's not how I planned it?
Are you sure? Was I really?
No!
Come on, hurry! Now's your chance to get on the phone. It might be Detective Joe.
She's right. I better check it out. All right, let's get going. This guy is actually
This-
on the casting chart, but I don't remember who I gave them to.
Mush.
It's Mush.
Hello? Anyone there?
Uh,
If anybody's still there, get yourself here on the double. We're about to head out. Speak up! Why don't you answer?
hold on a fucking second.
Yes. Oh my god!
It's
Just
Commander
his
Sith and
eyebrows.
his eyebrows. God!
and his big ol' square chin.
God! I have never noticed that. I mean, to be fair, this guy only shows up for like literally these 2 text boxes and that's it. But like, oh.
Anyway, come if you're coming. We're leaving.
I better go there.
I better get going.
Well, better get going.
So it must be true what they say. There are restless ghosts aboard.
Updated the phone book.
Oh,
Nice.
thank God we're getting off this thing. That does it. I promise to turn over a new leaf, Mom.
Who's he calling restless ghosts?
Well, it's true. Neither one of us is really resting in peace. I don't think any ghosts at the bottom of the ocean would be resting in peace at all, to be honest.
What about whale ghosts?
Anyway, looks like the sub just lost one of its crew.
I guess that means the fate of this sub has changed slightly.
That is a stretch, Siskel, and you know it.
I guess.
That guy was leaving anyway.
Well, he left earlier, and that's what's important for us.
Yeah, I-
Sissy has underestimated us. She's left part for just bargaining chip here. We saw this scene already.
We did.
Bargain chip.
It's Detective Joe. What's going on there?
I saw this little deal go down once before. In just a moment, The man in red is about to get his Temsic fragment taken away. Trick time.
I don't get it. What's happening?
They decided to conclude the deal without the other party present. They're just going to go ahead and steal the Temsic fragment.
Huh? But that's cheating!
I think we have more important things to think about right now.
Where's the Temsic fragment going to?
I love that so much. It's so good. Lower the switch.
Cheating.
Won't budge. Maybe it's broken?
Well, I guess I don't have to lower it right now. And if I ever had to move it, I could probably get Lynn to do it for me. Foreshadow is a literary device in which... Anyway. Wastebasket, open. Yeah! Oh. No.
You gotta wait. I think.
Uh-oh.
Hmm?
Got it.
Phone's no good.
Oh dear.
I think this is what we want.
Exactly what I said would happen happened.
Ah, the Temsic fragment, you're mine at last.
My Moonstone! Finally, I can evolve my Clefairy!
The objective has been achieved. Now we detach the control room as planned.
Yes, sir. Farewell, sir.
Click.
Why do they love doing it like that? Everyone from this ambiguous other country loves pressing buttons like that.
It's about the
Natural thing.
pizzazz.
Sizzle, what just happened? The whole room just disappeared with Detective Jout in it!
Don't worry, Lynn. I bet Detective Jowd can take care of himself. The main thing right now is rescuing you and the little lady.
Can't believe this is happening.
Now then, I'd better hurry along. The forces will discover. The forces will discover when he's lost and comes after me. So you know where will be his coffin.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
May it lie buried here in the deep sea forever. Farewell, Sissel.
Uh-oh. Also, we are not going to ignore how silly it is how all of his subordinates are crammed into that tiny little escape pod.
Yes,
It's very
and
funny.
I get my own seat because I'm the boss.
Also, I have to steer this thing. I don't trust them to do it.
Why would I do that myself? It's autopiloted.
That is also very in character for them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, their use of technology is just plain off after all.
I was trying to find a way to fit that in.
I agree.
Me too.
Ha! So that's the cause of that giant explosion.
Huh? What is?
Don't tell me it's another thing you've forgotten. The torpedo! It's like, well, you've heard of a missile before, haven't you?
Yeah, sure.
Gosh.
But a
Little
different
dog.
missile comes to mind, comes more readily to mind.
Looks like he plans to sink the submarine with that thing.
Uh-oh.
This is not good.
Uh-oh.
We have to do something before that torpedo is fired.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
We can't let it launch.
But what can we do?
Let's just get to the torpedo as fast as we can. Looks like maybe we can find a way to stop it somehow.
Somehow.
A true detective never gives up.
Well, we certainly can't just ignore it. No, come on. Ah, yes.
It's not even loaded into the thing yet. You're fine.
Yeah, but it's still stressful. It's a fucking missile. Torpedo, whatever. Explosive. There's no time. It's gonna launch.
Don't worry, we can still find a way to stop it.
What? How?
Even if the torpedo does launch, we just have to stop it from detonating, right? There's still something we can do. I hope!
Why was the I hope at the end of the strongest part of that sentence?
Okay, here goes!
This is bad.
Oh, God. Why would you design a torpedo that can do this?
What?
Why is there a rat?
Why
in here?
would you install a rat in your torpedo?
Eggman moment.
I came along for the ride without giving it too much thought, but was this really the best move?
I think so. We just have to keep it from going off, right? I'm sure this poor little rat will thank us too.
How in the world did it get in here? Rats are excellent swimmers, don't you know? But I don't think they can make it up from the bottom of the ocean like this.
Do you know how a torpedo works?
No, I can't say I do. Wow, detectives sure know a lot.
I saw it explained once in a book. On impact, the fuse in the tip is depressed. That, in turn, sets off the detonator.
The detonator, huh? Must be that red button. But how do we stop it?
They didn't explain anything about that in the book.
Wow, detectives sure know a lot. Or not. Also, seeing this rat
Shut up!
inside these very complicated mechanisms reminds me of that one photograph of someone inside a computer or a machine of some kind, and they find a rat was electrocuted to death, and you can still, and its skeleton was like mostly decomposed, but you can still see its paw set on the fuse, like on the electrical part where it died.
Ooh.
It's
Oh,
fucking,
no.
it's
Wow.
fucking harrowing. Like, imagine, like, knowing what a rat knows is just fucking... Also, why can I only move this far? That does not scale down. That's bizarre. Whatever. Anyway. Joint, operate.
Yep, interesting. If we had to, like, let the missile...
Ah!
Oh, no! Let the torpedo...
This looks like just the thing. If we clamp this thing on the fuse, it should keep it from moving.
So what does that mean exactly?
It means we might be able to stop the torpedo from exploding with this.
I have to admit, I don't understand all the details, but I do want to give it a try.
But before we can do that,
Looks like we have to get something out of the way first, huh? Sorry, I was busy searching for an important emote. Alright, let's get this rat out of the way.
First, push the button for again.
Oh,
I think these outside parts are supposed to be weights of some sort.
spinning black things, right?
Apparently, their spinning helps the torpedo maintain its balance. It must be pretty heavy.
I wonder if we can use these weights to our advantage somehow. Okay, you said push the button again?
Yeah.
Oh, strong rat!
Oh.
I just wanted to see the
Poor rat.
squishy animation again.
Stubborn little thing, isn't it? Quite a worthy adversary.
You do know the rat isn't the main focus here, don't you?
Okay, true, but until it's out of the way, we can't set the safety device.
Ah, you're right. If only our missile was here right now.
We have to get this little creature to leave somehow. Okay,
Again.
I did not know that animation was a thing, and I love it.
Stop. Stop.
What's that
I
do?
think you want to make it top heavy.
Yes, stop. Stop. Yeah!
Whoa.
Good luck, little rat. Great, we've dumped the little creature off.
Wow. Those weights are heavy enough to turn the whole torpedo over. Now for the safety device.
Right. Ah!
One.
None.
There, we clamped the safety device on.
We did it! That should keep this torpedo from exploding. But there's just one problem.
Problem? What's that?
The torpedo's still going to impact. Can't do anything about that.
Uh-oh. And now begins the single
What was
most
that
stressful
noise?
part of this game.
Yup.
It looks like the torpedo still hit the submarine.
But it looks like the submarine is still okay. This changes everybody's fate, including the little rats. Sissel, we did it!
Fate averted.
What's the matter? You still look unhappy.
We stopped the torpedo from blowing up, but we still opened up a gaping hole in the submarine.
You're right. I guess...
Guess this is what missiles do. They're unstoppable.
Am I hearing things? Anyway, I guess we better get back to the present as quickly as we can.
Right. I'm worried about Camilla.
Alright. We managed to stop death for now, but it hasn't disappeared altogether. It's now slowly but surely filling the room. Uh-oh. Water is seeping in through the hole where the torpedo hit. Gotta get them out of here. I better go meet up with Lynn. Trick time.
One thing I think would be interesting is, like, if you had to let the torpedo impact and explode, so then you could go back to the rats 4 minutes ago and get a better location, actually start working on things from there before.
That would be fucking terrifying, but it would be a very interesting way to handle it. I'd better hurry over to Lynn. It's
Say
not
that
safe
again.
here to stay here. And I just...
I'm just not sure the rat would leave much of a corpse if it was in the middle of the
Just a little bit, probably.
It's in a fucking explosion. The only reason that we had a corpse for the pigeon man is because he was crushed under rubble. I think a rat at the center of an explosion would just be fucking atomized.
Like, just stop 2 seconds, like 2 frames after the explosion, if the rat is dead, it hasn't disintegrated yet. Then you can go back.
And that
You
would
get that time frame exactly right.
and that would leave us here on the at the very outermost layer of the Yanoa with no guarantee that we'd be able to do anything from there.
It would be in the missile 4 minutes ago, and we can stop it from launching in the first place.
No,
Torpedo
we'd be where the rat's corpse was, which is where the explosion happened.
Oh yeah.
Well, wouldn't we go back from... Since saving the rat saves Lynn, wouldn't we go back to Lynn's corpse, like the same way we do the nested...
No, because whenever we go back in time, it's where the corpse was. It's not where the body was 4 minutes ago. Because if it was that, then 4 minutes ago...
no, I mean when we come back in.
No, that's what I mean.
When we saved in the chicken kitchen, did that go back to Lynn's corpse or did that go back to the driver's corpse? So we get the nested stuff there?
Actually, no, it did go back to Lynn's corpse there.
Yeah.
So maybe, but... Again, I think intentionally getting something killed is a little bit morbid.
It was dying anyway. The missile blew up.
Yeah.
You know what? Actually, yeah, that would work, but also,
Yeah.
very high pressure situation.
Uh-huh.
Difficult to say. All right, I just don't have the power to stop that water from coming in. Oh God! Something's aboard this submarine. It's man. Man is behind everything that's been going on tonight. Actually, come to think of it, there was an alternate version of Man in Sweet Home that had like bluish skin, wasn't there? Or was it green? I don't remember. I think it was green. The lights went out, but this machine apparently still works. And the Spider's resource on Sweet Home is unfortunately rather small. Unfortunately, I guess it won't run for very long. But maybe I can use its movements to help me create a path. Dude, trick time. Alright, 2 parts of this torpedo, I guess?
I know he had a blue shirt.
Okay. Okay, I thought that thing went further over. Alright. Does this just stop here? No, it doesn't. Okay, well, fuck. Now it's gonna stop. As soon as I get into position. No! Okay. Nice.
Timing puzzle.
Got him.
Nice.
Wonder what all this is for.
It is a mystery. Yeah.
Camilla, you're awake. How do you feel?
I'm so sorry. I'm sorry I pointed that gun at you.
Don't worry about that. That wasn't you. Oh God, she
Miss
remembers
Camilla!
that.
Oh, Missile, you're here. Oh, poor Miss Camilla. Miss Lynn, what should we do?
We have to get out of here before any more water comes in. Sizzle should be along any second.
I knew Sissy would come. And Missy is here too. I'm so happy everyone's going to be with me now.
This line is so fucking sad. Because, like, the way that, I don't know, something about the way that she says it implies that she knows that, like, they're going to die.
Hmm.
Like, it's not just like, I'm so
Maybe.
happy to see everyone again. It's, I'm so happy everybody's going to be with me now. Like, that seems much more of a permanent state than,
Hmm.
and it,
Mm.
God, this poor fucking girl.
Camilla!
Camilla!
I'll get you out of here. If it's the last thing I do.
I'm going to cry.
Or
You and me both,
whimper,
buddy.
as the case may be. I'd better send a signal to Lynn that I'm here, before it's too late. Trick time!
Clicky click. Okay, I said I'd get you out of here, Camilla. But it's so dark I can barely see. Now what?
Out of ideas already, huh? I think she's asking for my help. I should send her a signal. Lynn!
Click. Oh, look at that flashlight. It's Sissel, he's here. Up you go. I'm glad you're here, Sissel.
Sorry for the wait. It looks like this room is gonna fill up with water fast. We better get out that door as quickly as we can.
We won't be getting out that door, I'm afraid. The water pressure's too great already. I can't open it.
What? What does water pressure mean?
Think of it as the force of the water holding the door closed. The water level keeps getting higher and higher in here.
The only way out of here is up, huh?
Exactly.
Okay, got it. Let's look for a path that goes up.
Hey, look at that ladder. I wonder if we can get it down somehow.
Good idea. Let's try it.
Oh, and by the way,
Yes?
I can't swim. Neither can Camilla.
Don't you have any good news for me?
Let me think about it. In the meantime, could you hurry, please?
Oh.
Girls need to take some swimming lessons.
Mhm. I
Oh.
mean, Camilla can't swim when she's unconscious either way.
True.
You don't have to just wave. Can I turn? Oh.
Oh. That's done something.
Plap.
There's a door here too, but it's stuck or something. I can't open it. I'll leave it to your superhuman strength, detective. I can't actually use the fuses. Swimming is an important thing to learn, yes. Oh, come on!
Well, I'm sure it won't happen a second time.
Let's try it again. No!
What a coinky dink.
Fuck you! What the?
Well, it's
Damn it!
going in front of the thing.
Ugh.
It's like a cat walking between those 2 points.
Oh, well, that's easy.
You did it, Sissel. Thanks.
That has got to be really fucking hard. Oh, Christ!
Oh,
That would be terrifying.
what was that?
It looks like water seeping in isn't the only thing we have to worry about.
Huh? Sissel, the flashlight doesn't work anymore.
Hey, don't get mad at me!
Maybe the contacts are bad or something. Hey, I know. You can fix it with your powers.
Okay, now that's just taking things too far.
Look, we went and shrunk down inside the missile before. Can't you do that with the innards of the flashlight?
Something tells me this flashlight doesn't operate on rat power technology.
I don't know if you know this, but I don't really like the dark.
You never mentioned that before. Why am I coming in from the top?
Not only that, but
Battery died. Go back 4 minutes.
I can't swim. Neither can Camilla.
You have mentioned that. That flashlight Lynn's holding, I wonder if I can use my powers to turn it on. Alright, fine.
Oh, hey, great! Did you used to be an electrician in your past life or something?
That's a cruel question considering the circumstances. Now all we have to do...
Is get to that door, and we're safe.
God
Nothing could
damn it!
possibly
No,
go wrong.
Oh, God.
Oh,
Oh, God. This shit is so fucking...
oh,
mm,
that's
Ow.
gonna hurt.
mm,
Ooh, that's gonna
That
hurt.
looked painful.
God.
Water, did I miss anything?
We might be dying again.
We are in a situation, TM.
What happened now?
It looks like the submarine decided to rear up on its hind legs.
I can't believe we're still okay after that fall. Either we're really lucky, or we're dead and we just haven't realized it yet.
Come on now, as if the latter could be true. Oh.
That's probably not good. What now? The water sure is rising fast.
Come on. You'll just have to go up. Up to the top. Let's see how I can help with my ghost tricks. So-
Oh, this song.
The other day...
Yeah.
Well, I think I see a familiar flame over there.
You were saying?
Just the other day, we watched Lunar play Endless Ocean Luminous, and if you ever want to experience the fear of the deep ocean, play a game like that. It's nothing explicitly hostile, because I'm fairly certain you can't die in that game, but just the sheer terror of being at the bottom of the ocean and seeing things that are multiple sizes larger than you approaching you or coming out of nowhere, because again, in the ocean, a lot of the ocean is just fucking nothing, and something comes out of nothing and is approaching you. That's fucking unnerving as hell.
Okay, I think I need to play this game now because I played the original Endless Ocean, and the Deep Sea Abyss stage was my favorite.
Overall,
I think that's what cemented my love of deep sea creatures.
overall, it is still a very relaxing game, but just that is a very big thing to have to get used to. Just the fear of the depths and the unknown and shit. So I think that's one of the reasons why this.
there's a sperm whale in that level that just swims around at random, and that thing just showing up out of nowhere while you're swimming around the abyss. That did get me.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that's your pick of a game to be scared of the deep ocean, not like Subnautica or something where it actually is hostile.
Well, that's what I'm saying, is that in Subnautica, it actually is hostile, and so there's more reason to be afraid of it, but you also have ways to fight back in Subnautica to a certain degree, but in Deep Ocean, Blue Ocean, or
Endless Ocean?
Endless Ocean, fuck, I keep mixing up all the words of their names. That is, like, that's just incredibly real feeling.
Yeah,
And
they're just there, they're just chilling.
Yeah, but also, you are just there. You're not in a submarine or anything. You're just swimming next to these fucking
I've
things.
never gotten that fear.
It's just something that I think about from time to time. It's
Actually, we're talking about Endless Ocean 3.
yes,
The one that came out last week, I think.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Endless Ocean Luminous is very different. I still think overall, just from what I've seen, the first one is probably the most interesting to me. But I don't know. We've got a lot of things on our plate right now, and we gotta fucking get out of this submarine. So anyway, Missile.
Sissel, there you are.
Also, Love Duck's comment. Missile got us out. Got us in this mess, and a missile is gonna get us out.
How's it going?
How's it going? I'd say it was going pretty badly. You do understand how dangerous the situation is, don't you?
Of course. After all, just ask anybody who knows me how much I hate taking a bath.
Maybe he's been in danger of drowning before himself. Okay, ready to create a path for these ladies?
Of course.
Yeah, I would do a little bit of digging into Endless Ocean. They're fun little games. They are very... That is the wrong fucking trigger. They are very relaxing games, despite everything that I might have said about them. It's mostly just... Like, do you guys remember when I was playing Echo the Dolphin, and we got to the Big Blue level, where it was just open ocean, and suddenly there's just a fucking whale, and it's so huge, and you don't see it coming.
Mm-hmm.
That takes
That's
up,
what
like...
it's like in the ocean in general.
Yeah. If Echo was where Missile's Flame is right here, this is the distance between us and the whale before we see it. In Endless Ocean and in Subnautica and shit like that, where you can see it coming in 3 dimensions, you just see it fade in, and it only gets bigger as it's approaching you. That is intimidating no matter what. Even if it's a peaceful game like Endless Ocean,
man.
that's still very scary.
Okay, I really want to play that new Endless Ocean. When I was a kid who had a hyperfixation on ocean creatures, so I goddamn loved the original.
There's a lot of more, from my recollection, there's a lot more fictional creatures in Endless Ocean Luminous than I can recall. Okay, we've got...
I
think
think
we've got a
we're
little-
planning on ending after either this section or the one after.
Yeah, I think so too.
I
Because
mean, there's not much left.
there isn't... Oh, God. But I do
But there also is.
Although at the rate we play, it might
Yeah,
be
no,
3 hours anyway.
Yeah, well, again, it is going to be tricky. This is not an easy portion to remember everything. How do I get Sissel to go... How can I get him over there? Because I can't trick anything as
Please
Missile.
try.
Let a bit of time pass and see what happens.
Oh,
Ah, yeah, there we go.
thank
There
you.
we go.
Thank you. Ah, thank you. You're making this so much easier.
Need a helping hand.
All right. I think... Okay. This seems... Yes. Thought I remembered.
Nice.
There. How about that?
Wow, this is great. You made a staircase for me.
You'd better hurry. I don't think that water is going to wait for you. Also, I know that she said that
Technically, it
we said
kinda
that we
does
should
as a
hurry.
gameplay mechanic.
Yeah. And I know that we said that it wouldn't wait for you and that you should hurry, but also she is trying to carry a child on her back right now.
Yeah.
And climbing on things that are not meant to be climbed on, like a sideways railing.
Ow. Oh, the steam is getting in the way. It's too hot to get through.
What?
And there's no way to go around either. Think you can do something?
Of course you can.
We have to. Okay, I gotta use this again so I can get into this. Come on.
Yeah.
There you are.
Nicely done.
Oh, hey, missile.
I missile.
Okay.
Not that one. You're going back down.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Just move missile. Just move missile. Okay.
Yep.
And then you should be able to jump to the fire extinguisher from there.
Okay. Let's take a look at what these pipes are doing. Okay.
I don't remember what we need to do here.
These two I definitely need to swap. Because now that steam is going down.
If I swap the pipes,
It changes how the steam comes out, huh?
Oh, I get it. Because the cracks in each pipe are different, right?
So each pipe
How
sprays out
appropriate
the
that my voice cracks on that word.
So each pipe sprays out the steam in a different way, huh? Bet that will come in handy. Okay. Oh, sorry. Excuse me. Turn. Whoa.
Here comes that water again.
oh, I wish I could drink it all up for you.
No, Missile, it's too salty.
I think the more relevant point is that he's dead, so he can't drink it.
Whatever, just do something about this steam.
Leave it to me, Miss Lynn.
Thanks, Missile.
Okay, so by closing this valve, I've shut off the steam flow to that first pipe. Okay.
Ah, so that's the one that's shooting all of the steam.
Okay.
Like, where you've got to put it at least.
Okay.
Gotta go around.
Yeah, gotta go around this way. So the big one should swap here. So now, yes, okay.
And then you switch those two on the left.
These two? Or the top one and the left one.
The top one and the one on the left, I think. Just the one-
The one that's currently in the off one, that wasn't shooting steam out the top, so that needs to be on the bottom two.
Was it not
Yes.
shooting steam out at the top?
Pretty sure.
I was pretty sure it was. Because it was the big steam out the top, right?
Uh,
Yeah, we'll
no,
see.
not that.
We'll see.
So-
well, yeah,
Oh,
there we go.
okay.
That's better.
Yeah.
There, how does that look?
Looks great. All that horrible steam is cleared out of the way.
Okay, it's not far now. Try to move forward.
Yeah.
Ow.
Yeah, I can't imagine that these would be, like, cold at this point. They'd still be pretty hot.
Mhm.
And also sharp.
Yeah.
Look up there. If I can just make it to that door, we can escape. Now, how in the world am I gonna get up there?
Don't yell at me.
If you want to yell, you can yell at me.
Missile. How can I yell at you when you're so sweet about it?
I think you just did.
Let's look for something to pull Miss Lynn up with.
Yes, something to whisk Miss Lynn up and glide her ever so gently to the top with.
Hey, are you being sarcastic?
No, I'm just stressed!
The chain.
I do know how this whole thing unravels, and I am not all that nervous in real life, but it is fun to play into the character of just being stressed out of his fucking mind, because this isn't an event of saving someone who's died, and so you can go back to 4 minutes before. This is someone actively in danger of dying right now, and that is a different flavor of terrifying.
Like when you're getting dragged out of the prison, too.
Yeah. That, because, like, then they, again. Alright, anyway.
All right, now this is what I'm talking about. Okay, raise away.
Okay. Also, small note about Sissel being stressed in this situation. Earlier, he's so frustrated that he finally, like, asks a question about what something like water pressure is, and he's just like, what is water pressure? Like just the idea of him being so, like, exasperated that he's just kind of asking more questions than he would have otherwise is, like, saying, like, what do we do now kind of things. Like, I don't know. Sissel doesn't really ask those questions in the same way that he does here, if that makes sense. Maybe I'm just kind of reading in too deep, but I don't know. Maybe
That sounds right.
Yeah.
Sorry, I can't do it. Open it, hurry.
Is that any way to ask for something? Okay. It's no use! I can't budge it! It must be stuck!
No!
Oh!
Shit!
This way! What?
Dunk him for a second.
What just happened? I can't believe my eyes. Lynn and the little lady suddenly vanished, leaving only darkness and seawater. The submarine continues to sink down into the deep, deep sea. But I still want to try and make my way up as far as possible. I still want to head up and find a single ray of light. Light to illuminate the truth at the bottom of this deep, deep darkness.
Yay!
Chapter break.
Okay.
If you fail that climbing sequence, is that the only time Camilla can die on screen?
I don't want to think about that. All right, so it is 10:15. We've been going for about 3 hours now.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
How did they get a landline on the submarine? They hacked into the landlines that are on the bottom of the ocean.
They show them having a thing sticking out of the landline down
Yep.
there.
That's one of the
That's
many
not a
joys of
joke.
seeing it. Yeah, we see the many joys of the cross-section view. So, I know for every other part of this series, we've split streams at a chapter break, but I want to do this a little differently. I want to go a little bit later, and then we'll split in between things, because
We're gonna have enough
I
for
feel
a
like
full
this is a
stream
good-
next time, then?
this is a good point to stop.
Yeah, like,
because-
like
fuck. All right.
Yeah.
No, well,
with
let's.
how much is left, it's probably best to leave the rest for
Well, because the thing is,
another
I
stream.
also want to do stuff after the game is done, and the rest
We'll,
of the game.
we'll have time. I think with how much we
Alright.
have left, we'll have time regardless.
Okay. All right.
That's where we get the funky ghost music.
Yay. Cliffhanger. Yeah, well, that's how they broke the chapters up.
Uh-huh.
Also, as far as I can recall, Chapter 17, the upcoming chapter, is mostly just dialogue. Very few puzzles in it. And then the final chapter is called Final Chapter, and that's all the stuff that we get here. I think between streams, I'm going to go back and try and get some of the challenges. Just so that we can see what those unlock. Captive on the roof, take aim and nail it on the second try. Extraordinary failure, fail by keeping the ball away from Nino. Avert fate without any deaths after the final fate change. Oh. Damn it.
No!
No!
And knowing how percentages work, clearing just one of these challenges won't do that. Unless I know what this is, which I don't know what this is, to be clear. If I figured out what this is, then I would know how, like, if I did a certain percentage of that, that might contribute to this.
I don't know if it's gonna work like
No,
that.
I don't think it will either. But yeah, so what are you guys doing tomorrow?
Yeah, Pathfinder.
All of us would have been available too, I think.
Yeah.
Damn it!
Why do we have
Such is the
several
way
things
of
that need
being.
scheduling with big groups all at once?
Why? Why do we do this? Alright,
Why are we still here?
just to suffer.
Just to suffer?
Just to trick ghosts. Concert Thursday, if you can find it, bring your one card to get a ticket discount. Oh, absolutely, I have that in my wallet still. That's my college ID, because we got a concert. Alright, so let's... Okay, alright, let's take a look. Is there anyone that I want to raid tonight? Let's see. Okay. I think we're good for now. Alright, gonna go EP now. Go sleep. Thank
Okay.
you for sticking
Oh,
around.
EP.
This
Hey,
is
good night.
this is a good fucking video game, and I like talking about it. I know that sometimes that gets in the way of the actual like, game, but like this is one of my favorite video games ever, and I'm sure that a huge chunk of next stream is just going to be me talking about this game after the game is done, like I did with Who's Lila, which, by the way, watch the Who's Lila playthrough because I did. It was very good, and I want other people to be infected with those brainworms.
I'm
Um,
getting to it.
You better get to it soon.
Why are long videos?
Yeah, they are. But you know what else is long? The amount of time that it's going to be before we get to play this game again. Ayo!
Hopefully just a week.
Hopefully. Okay, let me actually double check. I think when I made the when to meet for this week, I made it actually include next week as well. Where is the when to meet? That's...
I don't think you posted it.
Did I make one?
Even on April 26th, it goes till today.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, I just scrolled past the
Yeah.
one on accident. Alright, well,
It was
I'll make a
last
new
week.
one.
Hey, time for next one.
Yeah, I'll make a new one next time, or for next time. Oh wait, yeah, duh. Min is live. Yeah, let's raid Min. And
Min from Arms?
yeah, actually, no. Party Demoness, aka Min. I'm trying to remember what her full name actually is, but all I can think of is just the abbreviation of Min. Minerva. Okay. Anyway.
Min works.
Yeah.
Minimum of name.
Yeah. Alright, cool. So we're gonna raid Min. They are playing Voices of the Void, which is a game I know very little about.
I don't think I've heard of that
I
one.
wanna do that.
Is that like multiplayer or anything? Because it would just...
No,
Okay.
it's single player, but
Okay.
I wanna have some other people there just to
Yeah.
go on.
Yeah.
It's spooky.
Spooky. I'd happily
Ooh.
be there for that
Yeah.
on a day that I'm not working, and also it's not 7 o'clock at night for you, because that would be a difficult time to stream something, because you need your full brain for that. Anyway, we're gonna start that raid. Thank you all for watching. We will see you hopefully this time next week for the finale of Ghost Trick, plus the little bonus that I've got planned.
Ooh.
And no promises!
Speaking of no promises, if anyone has someone that is good at translating Japanese, please get them in touch with me as fast as you can, because it would be nice if I had
I'm
some
in the
kind
process of learning how to read hiragana.
I don't know how much that
I
will
did
help.
Duolingo for like 2 weeks.
I will start Duolingo this week, and then we'll see how it goes. But in the meantime, I'm also going to do a little bit of research and see if it was also translated on its own. But I just happen to have some. Well, okay, you know what? I've already talked about this on stream and before stream a couple times. I have a physical copy of this game for the Switch. Normally, it is a. Oh no, my fixation. It is normally in the United States. It is currently only available for download on the eShop on the Switch, and I believe on other platforms it's the same with like the Ace Attorney trilogy, because Capcom are fucking cowards. For some reason, they did it for Great Ace Attorney. I don't know if they did it for the Apollo Justice Attorney trilogy, but they didn't when they released the Ace Attorney trilogy. They only did a digital download. So I get why they wouldn't do it for Ghost Trick, because it's much more niche than Great Ace Attorney being fully released for the first time in the West. I understand that, but it still bugs me. So I went out of my way to order a Japanese collector's edition of Ghost Trick for the Switch.
Ooh.
It comes with so much stuff that I cannot read. And there are also some envelopes in it that I have not unsealed, that I don't know what is in them. And I want to find out what that is on stream.
Those envelopes. Is there a particular symbol on the seal by any chance?
This would be way funnier if Smash was still on the screen. Where the fuck is it?
There it is.
Oops. Okay. Anyway, we're rating Min. Good night, everyone. Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah.